One guy, one guest.
Keep going.
All right.
Thank you.
So how
This
you
is
boys
fine.
doing?
Terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how everyone's week went since it's the day of our Lord now on Sunday.
This is
Yeah,
special.
Moment of reflection.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
we're a little behind though.
it's been a good week overall.
Yeah, it's been a
Great.
week since the last podcast, 100%.
Yeah,
What,
it's been a
what have
great
you
week
been up
since
to,
last.
Joseph? What have you been doing?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I go to work, I come home, I play Rocket League, I cry myself to sleep.
Dude.
That's the life.
That's day to day. That's it. This is the American dream right here. They don't tell you about the crying part, but they didn't tell me about it either. But you know what happens?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we basically we've just been taking a little bit of a chill break, between episodes, and we're ready to get back
Yeah,
into it.
that's why we have to
Yeah.
record.
We don't have a runaway
We've
or
just
anything
been
like that.
chilling.
For sure.
We're just basically hanging out,
Yep.
It's been a nice little vacay.
And Jake's dead now. He's dead. He's no longer with us. He passed on.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
we have to
So,
inform you that the man has
To our
gone
dear
missing.
viewers, he will no
kinda
longer be
betrayed
on the
us.
podcast because
Speaking
we
of the
killed him.
man, he's currently playing games again.
Civ 6, baby.
In the afterlife.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Inshallah.
Okay, yeah. Uh, um. So yeah, what's so branching off of that? How are we feeling about the podcast today? What's our vibe?
Well,
What's our vibe about it?
you are the new guy, so
Yeah,
Okay, you're weird, man.
we probably need to acknowledge that
true.
fact.
Yeah, true. I kind of forget about that because it's been like so long I've been involved with it, but never actually doing the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm the new guy technically, and I'm kind of taking the show by the reins in Jake's absence. So
No one ever said that.
That's all you
No
meant.
one gave you that official title. What are you talking about?
I'm kind of the new leader of the
I don't
podcast.
think
I don't think
anyone said
Well,
that.
Podcast chief,
we're changing it.
It's actually the
kinda
first
like a
time he's
guest.
brought
It's called
this
my
up, by the
cast
way.
now.
podcaster.
Just now finding out he feels this way.
Just not funny, yeah.
Is it too early to determine if he's the guest
No,
or not?
but we do not
He's the guest.
know.
Well, Jake's the guest. It doesn't matter that
Yeah,
he's not here. He's
yeah.
the guest.
He's the guest.
Right,
This
right.
Two
is
guests
confirmed.
this week.
Special guest.
Two guests and a special. Yeah, we got one guest, one special guest. And depending on how you look at it, they could be special.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
Whoa. What were you saying?
So basically, we don't know if Jake's gonna be back or not, but probably not.
His schedule was that of the president, basically.
Yeah.
Playing Modern Warfare 2.
Yep. And now he's on Civ.
Him and Biden.
Yeah. We're currently the bottom of the priorities, but it's not like we went in 50 episodes and then he quit. So it's.
I mean, the podcast is really a top priority, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It
This
should
is
be.
A1
He
material.
just doesn't know. So I mean, he didn't
Yeah,
know
he
it was
doesn't
a
know
top
how important
priority.
it is.
Yeah.
He's not aware yet, but
Not aware of how successful this is about to be. We're about to be on
Yeah.
the top of the charts, bro.
mm-hmm.
Everyone's gonna be.
Who's this
YouTube
Joe
bros
Rogan guy?
Guest. But
Yeah, we're new Joe Rogan.
Yeah, well.
It's a bold statement.
Maybe
I
we
think
don't.
there's a lot more that comes with that statement. You gotta
We are
get a lot
not
of
the new
things.
Joe Rogan.
So maybe we should restate.
what if we got
Uh,
Joe Rogan on here?
Whoa, wow.
Imagine.
We'd be like the
Jerry.
ones on his thing, right? Like he wouldn't come on ours, probably.
Imagine you came on. He's like, "Yeah, do some charity work today."
I feel
Yeah.
like our name's better.
Yeah,
Not
for real.
gonna lie.
Yeah, our terrible podcast name.
Maybe that's
I'll
the new
say
podcast
it.
name, the Terrible Podcast.
Well, that's also terrible.
I feel like that's pretty good. What do you mean?
The terrible podcast. I guess it's simple.
It is. It is. It is. It
True.
is.
People know what they're getting into.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So they can't get mad at us when it's terrible, because we know that's like why we named it this way.
Kind of set the bar like low enough so that we can just kind of like tiptoe over it. It's that simple.
If we put the bar on the floor when we peak randomly, will look amazing.
I'm
Yeah,
saying we'll reach that peak again, but it happened.
we will peak.
It's got to happen once at least. Inevitably, we have
Everyone
to peak.
peaks. Yeah, maybe it'll be like 5 views, maybe 6, but we'll
What do
get
we
there.
got? Like 30 views in our last episode, right?
Yeah, but
Something
like,
like
those are probably all bots.
that. Or
Oh.
just
Still views.
I was just spamming refresh on it.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys.
No,
that was
we've proven
my
that
alt
doesn't work.
No, it
That's-
did for a little bit. and
Well,
then-
yeah, until YouTube realized, they're like, oh,
until they
I see what
realized-
they're
yeah,
doing.
Just started watching
I
our
was at like
podcast.
500 for like 10 minutes, and then it just dropped to like I think 120 or something.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah. So we will get to a spot where we are on par with the popularity of Joe Rogan. How's that for rephrasing?
No, I still think we should become an extra Rogan.
Okay. All right.
Wow. Hey. This
Alright,
guy.
I think we should
I
move
don't know-
on
I
from
don't know if you can say
rebranding
this.
and completely changing our formula that we got. I think we should go into some things that we didn't even really focus on last time. Topics.
No.
Queen
Oh
Elizabeth.
yeah.
Queen
All of our
Elizabeth.
topics.
We did bring her
Yeah,
up
our
last time,
two topics.
and nothing came of it. Nothing extraordinary happened.
Nothing
afterwards.
happened. She's still around.
Yeah.
It's kind of underwhelming.
See, after we count Joe Biden was counting her breaths, he realized that there was no more breaths, and that it was successful.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, to kind of cut to the chase or whatever, we get the podcast successfully predicted the death of Queen Elizabeth inadvertently, sort of. Is basically what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
that's exactly what happened.
We'll take credit for it.
We will. They
Okay, fair enough.
They can
We-
try to come stop us.
To the
it's
people watching this podcast, we killed her.
Well, I don't know if saying it like that's the best.
No, we did not. It was a joke.
What
It
was
was a
the day
joke.
she died? Like, we were there.
Wasn't it like I don't know.
Was it
I
the
don't even
8th?
remember.
I might be
remember
way
now.
off.
I feel like it was the 9th.
fine.
Wow.
The 8th is coming to mind.
It's
Go pretty
September
close.
8th. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so,
on September
like,
8th.
right before my birthday, man. It's like,
see,
it's
I
great.
just scrubbed
What
all
a great birthday present for you.
all evidence from my hands because I couldn't even remember the day. You did. Seems a little suspicious to me.
You got a point there.
Okay. Well, on that topic, basically, this is a big dub for America, right?
It's a big
Yeah.
deal.
I feel like this
May
is a
she rest
little.
in May she burn in hell.
America's taking absolute massive dubs right now. The Queen is dead. Hoorah!
Yeah.
This is
I-
only good for us.
Joe Biden's been going to her grave on a daily basis just to T-pose on it.
Think about it. Like way back then, in like the founding of this country, how long would it have taken for news of the Queen's death to get to America? Like a while, right? So we're kind of like role playing as if we lived back then.
Oh,
Yeah,
are
I
we?
think we're
That would
past
be
carrier
dorky,
pigeons,
so
though.
I'm not gonna say that we are doing.
It's like, we're not that late in terms of like the grand scheme of communication in history.
Waterford over here.
It's so in our defense.
Yeah, she's dead, bro.
Yeah.
She do be dead. That's
Yeah, all I'm saying is we're not that late. And it's not
Yeah,
that late.
it's been nearly 2 months.
has it
In
actually?
I told you guys the Queen being dead is a terrible topic because it's been 2 months now.
We should have
Still.
listened to him.
Even when
Still.
it was first
Still.
proposed, it was kind of late.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, we had some logistical issues, but still it's worth bringing up
Jake is a
From the
logistical
beginning.
issue.
Jake is a logistical
Yes.
issue. We gotta figure out this Jake guy. He's back on
We-
his phone.
What's going on?
Is he
with
getting
that?
off the pod? Or we kicking him?
I don't know. His name is doer of the podcast right now, so I
He's
don't.
not doing the
He's
podcast
not
right
doing
now.
He's
it.
not
I
doing
changed
it.
it,
So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we got a problem.
Change it to not doer of the podcast.
To the undoer of the podcast.
Yeah. So this
reason
technically
behind my
counts as the
crippling
Halloween
depression.
episode, right?
Yeah, it would
Really?
have to be unless
Yeah.
we film
Wow.
one real quick before it.
Well, I feel like
In light of that, I think we
Halloween
should
would
talk
be a
about
good kind
Kanye.
of theme to stick with.
Did that Hellraiser thing come out or not?
Yeah, it did. It's on Hulu right
Did
now.
you watch it, Wes?
No, you think I would have?
Crazy.
I'm
I'm
kind of
counting on
the
you to do that.
I'm kind of the horror movie guy. If we ever need
Also, we need
Yeah,
to
horror
finish the
movie
Oh my
Halloween
gosh,
trilogy
yeah.
because that movie was terrible.
The Halloween
The
movie.
what?
Oh yeah,
The
Halloween
Halloween
Ends is out.
series.
Oh,
Yeah, I've heard that is atrocious.
Yeah,
Dude, that second movie was a bang.
yeah, I
I'm
saw
yet
the middle.
I'm yet to watch the newest one. I'm gonna probably go see that in theaters
I wouldn't do that.
this weekend.
Ser-
But
Why would we could just watch it at home? We don't have to
no,
go.
it's not out yet. It's not out yet on on DVD or
DVD. What are you?
You're right.
digital or anything.
Prehistoric? What are you?
Hey,
Come on, man.
Hey.
Holy.
A little slip up of
Look,
of
lay
language
off.
there.
right now.
He's
Little
the,
slip
he's the
up, yeah,
scary
don't
movie
lie,
guy.
don't
He's
lie.
not the
No, I-
technology guy. Lay off.
Yeah.
New guy taking
Yeah.
L's.
But basically, on the subject of the Halloween franchise, the
Yeah.
first reboot was really good in my opinion.
You're a freak.
However, Halloween Kills, the second one,
Oh,
was probably
dog
one of the
water.
worst movies I've ever seen. It was so
One of
bad.
the
Hey,
funniest
that's
movies
the one
I've ever
I saw.
watched.
It was so
Yeah.
good, bro.
We watched that together.
It was
Oh,
like
how cute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were all
You
like
were there,
huddled
that's
together.
crazy.
We had our shirts off.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that wasn't I invited. I'm a little upset.
Too far.
Too far.
Away.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but that movie was crazy.
yeah.
It was. It made it. The writing was something else. I'll tell you. It was like to the point where I thought it was parody, but I don't think it was supposed to be. But
Pretty darn close to parody.
their movie. I watched. The director of like The Conjuring and stuff. I think. He made a movie in 2021 called *Malignant*, and it kind of had that
Nice.
vibe. But
That feels like
he
a
did it-
racial slur. I'm just gonna
Good.
put that out
I
there.
think it's the
I
leg.
don't like that word.
No. It kind of makes sense once you get to the twist of the movie, but
Like these nuts.
Okay.
but that movie was kind of like over the top in a way that was effective because I think that was sort of the point of the movie. Whereas like Halloween Kills took itself too seriously. It was like really larpy. Like it was
Oh,
so weird.
dramatic.
Yeah. So I wonder what they're
Blockbuster
gonna.
Halloween movie.
Yeah. They're good blockbusters occasionally, but that was not one of them. Like I said, the first one was really good, but I don't know what direction they're going with on Halloween Ends. So I'm excited to see if they actually can turn it around. But from what I've heard, it's not
They
it's
can
not
definitely
riveting.
flip it upside down though.
I'm making a bold prediction. It's not ending.
Yeah.
I don't. I just
That's a
think
bold
based,
statement. Do you
Hot
want
take.
to? Do you want to put that one in? Are you sure?
Yes.
Dude, imagine they have the balls to just never make a product about Halloween again. Oh my
Okay.
god. That would be like the turning point for humanity.
I know. Michael Myers.
I
dies.
don't know.
No more Michael Myers like
Yeah.
products.
Not a
or
single
Shopping
Michael Myers
promotion.
movie can
Wow.
ever be made again.
A single corporate franchise ending like that would literally make our world like 10 times better. If
Look,
we
you've
could see
got a
that that's
point.
something that's possible.
You've got a point, but I don't think
It's my rebuttal.
it's
I'm gonna
not
say
going to
something really
be
dumb
in.
now.
No, look. It's not going to be at all the same as what it's ever been. I don't
Bro,
think because
I don't care.
J-
Make a different movie.
no, I don't care. No, hold on. I
Smoking
Jamie
crack.
Lee
either.
Curtis. I'm pretty sure Jamie Lee Curtis, like the main lady,
Yes.
She's
is done.
She's
and
done.
if it ever comes back, it's not going to be at all the same level as these
she
last
was.
two
Yeah.
been.
They said she was done when this movie was brought to her. That she did not want to do this movie.
Yeah.
Really?
I
Yeah.
see what you're saying, Wes. But I'm saying, like, regardless of that, if they just never use that name again. They never used the franchise name ever again. Man, I would
Yeah, they
be the
probably
happiest
will.
man on earth.
When's the last Friday the 13th movie that came out, man?
Well,
I
that
don't
didn't take
fucking know
off.
any of Friday the 13th movies.
Well, it was for a while really big. I mean, it was. There's still movies being made throughout the last one was literally 2009, so it's possible they don't make one, right?
Well, I mean, if they stop this, then where do you think we're going?
Well, yeah, I mean, it'll just have to be some other franchise that takes off. There's like the Terrifier franchise that's been
Bro,
out
what?
recently. It's kind of like an underground slasher franchise with like a clown in it, and
Really?
it's really gruesome. So I don't think it's gonna get
Metal?
like mainstream stream
Really
attention
metal.
like Halloween did. Like Halloween is like gory and it's scary or whatever, but it's not like to the point where people were apparently like fainting and vomiting in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
So but there are people that are making they're directors that are kind of like doing homages to the 80s and 70s slasher style. So then maybe it'll come back, but I just think the slasher style in general is not going to be like a mainstream
Yeah,
thing because nowadays
slashers are dead.
most slasher films today are kind of like these self-referential parodies or like just kind of like paying respect to that whole thing. So
Mhm.
I don't know.
What movie was that where people were like feigning and stuff during it?
The one I just mentioned?
Yeah.
SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
No. No, not that one. No, it was no, it was
No!
Why
don't
would
make
you imagine that, man?
don't give me don't give me flashbacks. Um no, it's called Terrifier 2,
Give me flashbacks.
sequel to Terrifier.
Oh, that's the one where they're feigning.
Apparently, that's what I've heard.
Huh.
And then I've also,
Pissing and
I think in the
shitting.
movie, there's another movie called Raw where that was happening too.
Raw? What?
How is it
Yeah,
spelled?
what's the
Raw,
Star Wars Raw? I really liked it a
RAW.
lot.
Okay,
It's
at
one of
least
those favorite
you're
movies.
saying like rar. I was like, oh
We're not
god.
getting into that right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when's the last horror movie you guys watched?
Dude, I can't remember. What I just watched.
I don't think I've watched one any recently, like at all.
Probably that Halloween movie with you guys.
Oh,
But the one
What
that
did
sticks
we
out to
watch
me
last
was when you
time?
forced me to watch Hereditary. That was something.
oh yeah.
I want to
Actually,
finish
even-
Hereditary.
What was
That
it?
sounds
The
good.
Conjuring or something? I don't know what it was. That was the last thing I watched. No, I don't know what it was called. Actually, I gotta figure this out. It was like not scary at all though. It was like
yeah.
it was
If it was
scary
The Conjuring, I'd agree.
until it was scary until they got to like the main plot of the movie, and then it was just so like badly done that it was like very bad CGI type stuff, or like they tried to make like this upside down type it was like kind of like a Stranger Things type beat. Where it's like there was this other dimension where like only some people can go to it, and that's where all these demon people are.
Is that
But-
I think that's Paranormal Activity?
No,
This is
it's
one of
not
the Paranormal
that.
Activities.
It's not one of them.
They made like the exact plot though. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
like the
I know
something
those.
dimension.
It's not that one. It's called like I think it's like an S or something. I thought.
Uh
Let me see if it, maybe not.
Talk
Let
on.
me see if it is The Conjuring.
I forgot that I had a history through film class in school last year, and we watched Annabelle as a
Oh.
historical
That
film.
makes sense.
And I think that was the last horror film that I saw. Then we also watched the first Conjuring. I missed the first half of that one though, so I guess I can't give a complete rating of Conjuring 1, but I saw the second half and it was pretty good. I've seen better,
yeah.
but I definitely thought Annabelle was a little scarier than the first Conjuring.
Yeah,
I think
I
there is
agree.
multiple Annabelles though. So I
There's a
don't
lot
know.
of Annabelles.
I don't know which
sure.
one I
Yeah, the
saw.
first one's the best, but if I think
You would say that.
if
I
it's
saw
the one I think you're talking about, but
saw the one with
Conjuring.
like the chick in the elevator and it kept
How
opening
was
to the
how is
same
Gremlin?
floor.
Gremlins is considered a horror movie.
What?
At the time, I guess.
I've never watched
Kind of like a
Gremlins.
horror
You got-
comedy. I've not.
Dang.
But with The Conjuring, I'd say the best part of it is the set design and like the overall atmosphere of like the time period, because isn't it set in like the 70s?
Yeah, something like
Because
that.
they got
Like,
the
one
Ed
of the
and Lorraine
Warrens.
Warren or
Yeah.
whatever. I think that was the coolest part, but I was kind of like bored. It was not very scary, at
Bro,
least
I
the
was
first time.
laughing the first time we watched Conjuring. That.
Really?
Yeah, remember when we watched it last? Did we even finish it?
Yeah, me and
That was weird. It was
Ev,
kind of
I
goofy.
finished it later, but me and
I
Ev were
didn't.
just
Yeah,
so
I
bored,
didn't finish it.
and we were just laughing because the thing is, it was it's kind of like a culmination of every horror movie that's ever
Yeah,
existed, like
I was
in
gonna
that
say
genre.
it's almost
So
like it's not really like up to date scary. It's kind of like an old kind of scary.
yeah,
And
it's been done so many times that when you go back and watch it nowadays, it just does not age well.
Yeah.
a
And
little
It says
that's
Doctor
stereotypical.
Strange Multiverse of Madness is also considered a horror movie.
That's crazy.
just because it was directed by, wasn't it Sam
Sam
Raimi
Raimi.
who did
Yeah.
that?
It was,
Yeah, but it's not a horror movie.
just like
It
how
was
Spider-Man's a horror
darker.
movie.
It was a dark. Yeah, I don't get it. They marketed it for some reason because it was Sam Raimi for this one. They didn't do it with the Spider-Man trilogy, but they marketed it as like some kind of like scary Marvel movie, but it was not at all. Like it was like a darker tone to it, I guess, but not not really. It had like more supernatural elements than usual, I guess. Um, that was a weird. That was a weird film.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find the name of this movie I was talking about. It's gonna bug me if I don't figure it out.
Talk about the Gremlins or what?
Yeah. No, it was like the kid. Like there was a kid who like got like went into like a coma technically, but oh wait, no, I think he just disappeared or something. Where he was lost in like this other dimension that when he dreamed he could go into it, and it was like everything around him, but in a different dimension.
Oh,
And there was like this demon thing that was like keeping him, and he was going to use
Oh,
his body to come into the
you're
real
thinking of
world.
Larry.
what?
What?
Dude, no.
There's that movie
You-
called Larry, right?
It's not Larry. It's not Larry.
No,
You know what
you're
I'm
thinking
talking
of
about, though.
you're
I'm not
thinking of
crazy.
Insidious. It's
Is it
Insidious.
Insidious? Is it?
Yeah. I love the design of the
Larry's
creature in
crazy.
that one, or the demon, but
No,
it was not very scary.
I think it was. No, the demon was like the least scariest part.
It wasn't scary, but it was cool.
That's like the whole movie. Like it had a good thing going until they showed this other dimension, and it was literally just a house, but with the fog machine.
Yeah, you're thinking of
It's
That's the
Insidious. Yeah,
Insidious.
it was
Larry
literally.
is what you're
Guaranteed.
saying.
I just remember watching it and be like, man,
remember that
this
part was
is not
kinda
too bad. And then it was just like, turn the lights down, turn the fog machine on. We're in hell.
I always
That's
That's
I,
welcome.
Awesome.
It's just a little foggy. Don't worry about it.
I also think the lead, like not the kid, but the lead dad, I think,
Yeah.
he kind of
Lead
looks a
dad.
rip off Chris Pratt.
Dad.
He looks
It's
like,
like a sectional.
He
It's like
kind of does
first
like,
ad.
look like Chris Pratt.
yeah. It's got a Star-Lord vibes going off of him.
Yeah, speaking of
honest-
Chris Pratt, should the new Mario movie be considered a horror film?
I think so.
I still haven't watched the trailer. It's crazy.
I haven't either. Maybe I need to watch this.
I feel like you should.
Dude, you gotta.
Give us your reaction. Just
All right,
your
you
pure,
know what?
genuine reaction.
Oh my god! Wow!
Oh my goodness,
That Mario.
That's crazy.
Is that Mario? My
The
play-by-play
movie. Is
reaction.
that Mario the movie?
All right, here we go. 2 minutes and 27 seconds long.
It's gonna be riveting.
It looks like it's gonna be a
What is
cinematic
happening?
masterpiece.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the trailer.
It's just so
Yeah.
bizarre.
Bowser looks a little upset on that rock up there.
First half of
Oh
the
wow,
trailer.
he just moved the
bad.
Sure
whole
does.
island over there. Wow, Bowser looking.
They're in awe right now.
Dude, Bowser's thick, cheeked up.
He kind of is.
I can't. I just whenever Jack Black's in
Oh,
anything,
why does
I
he
just
sound
see
like
Jack
that?
Black.
Oh no.
He looks
Oh,
just
that
like him,
ruined
bro. I swear he's got.
I
some-
knew it was
that.
gonna be like this, bro. I was like, he's gonna have this epic scene. He's gonna come out, and his voice is just not gonna work.
I don't get how they made Bowser look like Jack Black. There's just something about
Oh,
him.
penguins, nice.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's Jack Black, you know. It's Jack Black doing a scary voice or whatever.
Now we get a bunch of penguins throwing snowballs at Bowser.
He sounds weird. It kind of is weirding me out.
Wait till you get to the scene with like the treasure chest or whatever,
Oh yeah.
where he gets that is such an odd transition,
I know.
and
It's
it's
like
so
the most
bizarre.
cliche.
Mario.
I rewatched it like 6 times. Like, what in the world were they thinking?
And who's gonna stop me?
You said
then,
it
like,
the
kinda, like-
exact. How do you know? How do you know? You said it the exact second.
I know
I
it's coming
swear to
up.
God.
it's
I'm in your
it's
house right now.
and like the audio just kind of like clips out weirdly. It's so weird.
I can't wait to hear Mario.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so
I feel
hyped
like
right
they
now.
Kevin Hart
intentionally
is
didn't.
coded, man.
They didn't really give him many lines in the trailer. I think intentionally. I feel like,
I think you're right.
except for the last one, which is like the peak of his voice acting performance, probably.
That's tough. That was great, man.
It literally just sounds like Chris Pratt. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just-
Mario
Right on.
starring as Chris Pratt.
Where's the Italian?
he just goes, yeah, Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. It's just Chris Pratt.
It's that Lego guy.
Awesome.
Why is he in this movie?
I love actors that just
Nintendo
play
doing what
themselves
Nintendo
every
does when they're
fucking
low on
movie.
funds. Where's the Italian?
Yep.
Get it? Why did Nintendo do this? They knew this was gonna be an issue.
Yeah, because social media.
No,
Buku bucks, bro.
You guys are falling into the corporate scheme. This is the exact
No, I
same thing
know.
that happened to Sonic. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah, that's
again.
what I'm saying. It's like
They're not
they
I still
made
have
it
not
for
watched
that
either of
reason.
those. I didn't watch either of the Sonic movies.
Me neither.
They made it for flipping social media. I feel like, right?
I don't.
They know
I
how to
don't
make
know,
that money.
man.
And they
Oh,
came
you
out
If
their
you're making a
game.
video game
Chris
movie,
Pratt
it's
really was the
required.
best Mario voice choice.
Yeah.
They were, like, thinking about it, and they said, "Yeah, Chris Pratt."
Look,
From the
I
bottom of
mean,
my heart, I
There
want
is
him
a lot of
cast as
comedians in
Mario.
it, so I mean it's kind of like a gag movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just funny big names in there. If you're Chris
Yeah.
Pratt and you're like, "Yo, we want you to play Mario," you think he's gonna say no?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he would say no. Obviously, yeah.
It's like, yeah,
is
I know
a
Mario,
giant-
but like I can't do Italian accent. You guys, oh, we don't want you to. We just want you to play Chris Pratt, but in an Italian man.
Literally just be Chris Pratt.
Literally just talk and we'll give you your lines. That's about it.
I wonder what the plot of the movie is gonna be.
Dude,
Killing Bowser. It's gonna get really
It's
gory
gonna.
at the
I
end.
wonder if it's gonna be the game.
It's gonna get like super bad at the end where they're just absolutely
Disgustingly
murdering,
violent.
yeah, murdering Bowser.
puking and vomiting
Oh my
in the
gosh.
audience.
Bro, have you guys seen that essay that kid wrote about Mario?
Oh,
Like,
that's so
stepping on
fun.
turds and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can't just say per chance.
It's
I
a
was
classic
dying in that video,
media.
man.
Oh, that was
The
amazing.
kid's gonna make it somewhere one day. It's not English too, but I mean, I'll make it somewhere else.
Yep.
I definitely think I definitely think the Mario movie is kind of just a cash grab, but at the
Yeah.
same time, the animation does look really good.
It does.
You're such a
Yes,
shill.
yeah.
I wish you were dead.
Alright. It's
What just
you got it. It's just the positive.
What just happened?
You always do this where you're like, man, this really looks like garbage doo-doo ball sack, but I think it's kind of nice.
Yeah, it is because like, not everything is all garbage doo doo. It's
Balzac.
got good stuff to it.
What good stuff?
it's-
Explain where the good is.
Okay, the
Explain-
animation quality
Explain where the good is in
is
the
good.
scenario.
It didn't make it look like
It's
super
gonna be
cheap.
great.
I
I
wanted to
mean,
know.
the first half of that trailer honestly looked amazing. Like when I saw that, I'm like, ain't no way this is Mario. Like this is looking insane.
Visually,
They
yeah,
should've
I
done
guess.
it- They should have made a Play-Doh-mation. That would have been 10 times better.
Yeah, it's not the kind of visuals that really impress me personally, but it
Yeah.
is well
So
done.
I could have done it on my iPad personally.
Right. Okay. Well.
Yeah,
the iPad that I don't own.
Like, I don't know. The only major thing is just the plot is probably gonna be weird, and the voice acting, specifically Chris Pratt, is just kind of
Kevin
irritating.
Hart,
But it's
bro.
it's
Kevin
not that
Hart,
bad.
bro.
Wait, who's Kevin Hart playing?
Is Kevin Hart in it?
Yeah, is he not? Or am I making that up?
No,
No,
dude, I
Jack
think you're just
Wait,
Black
who-
was
imagining
in it.
that.
Jack Black
Literally
was the
making
Is he
that up.
Luigi? He's too tall. No, Luigi's too tall. That
That'd,
won't work.
that'd be great.
It does. Who is he?
No, I think I literally made that up. You're right.
No, it says no. It says starring Kevin Hart.
What?
Hold on.
Really? I've
Yeah.
gaslit myself twice now. Hold on. Like her first gaslit myself.
Okay, it's not bringing anything up. Hold on.
Joseph, may I ask what you're doing?
Looking
are you
who all is in
slaving?
the Mario movie.
Hold on, I need.
Seth Rogen and Keegan Michael are in it.
Oh yeah, I saw Seth Rogen was in it. Is he
Why
is he
can't I-
Luigi?
Oh, that would make
Seth
more sense.
Rogen.
I feel like he might be.
Oh, he's Toad.
Wait, Kevin Hart's Toad?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
Because he's
I
short.
was right, bro.
That's gonna be. He's
That's
gonna be
gonna
my
be
favorite
awful.
character. Nah, he's gonna be my absolute favorite.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Toad voice was pretty decent, I'd say. So I mean, it's not just Kevin Hart. Like no one recognized it, did there? So that's almost a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't. Someone else was in it that I'm blanking on. Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd's in it.
He is.
What?
How do they have all these people in this movie? This is crazy.
It's the Avengers,
It's a
bro.
shill by like the fucking corporate powers that be to make
It's a
a
Marvel
fucking
movie.
Mario movie, bro.
He's Luigi. No,
Wait,
Paul
who's
Rudd?
Luigi?
there's no way. He is. What?
Why didn't we get to see Luigi in the
Luigi,
trailer?
dude.
Why is it? That's we
This
got
is
kind
what
of
I'm finding.
scammed.
Yeah, I know. It says he's suggested to play Luigi. This might just be a fan casting.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, maybe not.
Can't trust anybody.
That would be
these
so
days.
weird. I hope he's not. That'd be so weird.
Yeah, I don't know if he is. I'm not getting anything. Thank God.
Yeah. But the fan wiki said that Paul Rudd's in it.
The fans want Paul Rudd.
Fan week.
They want
The
Paul
fans
Rudd.
want Paul Rudd.
Was that choice? Are they joking?
Because it's Paul Rudd, bro. He's
Everyone
obviously
knows.
Luigi.
Yeah, like if the first thing I thought when I heard the name Luigi was Paul Rudd. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
You guys, any other big movies you guys are looking forward to?
No, I don't watch movies.
No,
That's a
That's
good
not
point.
true.
It's valid.
really, yeah.
I
I
really
make
haven't.
you watch movies all the time.
Yeah, we watched The Favorite. That was fun. That was a good movie.
No one wants to talk about that movie.
Yorgos
though.
Lanthimos is the goat. I like that guy.
All right. Yeah, he's good.
Shout outs to anyone who's interested in is watching this podcast for some reason.
Yeah, if you're into artsy films, I feel like everyone who's into
Don't
artsy
say that. That makes it sound cringe.
films.
Artsy.
Yeah, I know,
but that's
artsy
what it
films. Can we talk about that? And if you put art as a descriptor for anything, you're
That's
brain
just a
dead because
term. I didn't
everything
make
is
the term
art.
up.
He does
I
have
didn't
That's
make
what
the
I'm
term
saying.
up.
I'm saying I hate like
Oh.
art music or art rock or art films because it's just like
Okay.
meaningless because all films are art.
All right.
So
Okay, buddy.
it's not an art film. But it is a good film, so watch it.
It's just what the categorization is. It's just meant to. It's just.
You're
It's like
smoking
an
weed in my
experimental
face.
film. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
experimental is
feeling
a
a lot
better
of
term.
guest energy right now. I'm not sure from who. It's just there.
It is. I'm feeling
It's
it.
from the new guy, the weirdo, who we haven't even said their name.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know.
Taking on the new guy, huh?
You were the guest last
Yeah.
time.
I was just assigned the guest for no reason. I feel like it
You
was
disappeared
baseless.
White.
for half the time because you didn't.
Baseless.
Well, I guess we kind of all are faceless. But that's besides the point. I feel like
Yeah.
we need to. I don't know. Anybody else got any other topics?
We want to shift
Kind of drawing a blank right now.
the topic a little bit. We're moving away from movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who watches movies?
Do we want to stick on music, or like music, movies, TV, or do we want to move to like something else?
We didn't really write anything on the topic title, guys.
Well, no, we
There's
had a whole
a whole
bunch of
lot of
stuff.
nothing.
They just weren't
There's a
Dude,
whole
topics.
lot of
that
nothing just
Dawson
going on
clip
in
you
there.
sent me, Ty,
Yeah.
that was fire.
Yeah, I know, bro. I
Yeah.
know you'd appreciate it.
We probably shouldn't roast him on the
No,
podcast.
for the sake of the
He'll
podcast,
never
we'll call
find
him
it.
Dawson, but that's not his real name.
Yeah,
But
that's
Yeah,
not
that's
his
not his
real
real
name.
name.
That's the name we
It's
just
not
gave
his
him.
real name.
His real name is actually Dawson.
Oh yeah.
no,
No.
his fake name is Dawson.
Yeah,
Oh,
his real name's
then
But
Ted, but we won't
He was
talk about that.
stands up playing the Wii, bro.
He was the only guy playing the Wii, bro.
He had like gamer posture, like it was like.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So the Wii was finally brought to the meet after years
What?
of
Crazy.
saying like, oh, cause like in the barn for the running meet, you know, for cross country, there's this big old box TV that's like, I don't know, 8 feet long or something. Maybe not that long, but you know, it's
We
pretty
used to
big.
play the Wii on one of those.
We always said we're like, oh, we're gonna bring in the PlayStation someday, and it finally happened. Not the PlayStation, but we brought the Wii, and it was
And
amazing.
Dawson played it.
And then everyone got bored of it, and then it was just Dawson.
You know, man's holding down the fort there.
Yeah.
Warrior.
Yeah, let's talk about gamers, guys.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Whoa, how are we feeling about gamers today?
Who
Come
are
on, new
gamers?
games. We got Overwatch, which is an absolute dumpster fire.
Oh, you mean
Eh,
Overwatch 1? The re-release?
no.
Overwatch 2 is hot news.
Okay, so it's like it's good, but it's also just in a bad state right now.
Why does
Like
it
I've
seem
had
like
a lot of fun with it, but it's just a lot of things need to get fixed that are just not.
yeah, it seems real rough. Why does it seem like every new game that comes out is just roasted to death? Like it's just awful every.
Because not what we asked
It's
for.
just
'Cause-
like yeah, like why? Like
Gamers
how?
are demanding. I feel like
How-
you're right. Every new game that comes out gets roasted. Like no one is happy about video
yeah,
games. anymore.
well, it's because you
I've
can't
never-
make everybody happy, but they don't really care about making us happy. They just want to make them money. So I mean,
Triple A
That's what it
games
kind
have
of
been on a
boils down
losing
to.
streak recently. They aren't like
Yeah.
there's not a lot of love in a lot of them.
Yeah.
yeah,
The COD campaign has been pretty good so far, though.
I haven't played it yet.
It's the
but-
thing that was only a
Have you merged
fraction
in
of
lots
the
of people?
players. Only a fraction of the players of COD actually play the campaign. You know.
Yeah, but also I thought the multiplayer in the beta was really good. Like
Modern
Warfare
if
1
we're,
was good.
Way
if we're
different.
comparing it to Vanguard, it was immaculate.
Dude,
I hate
Vanguard was a
Vanguard.
mess.
Because it's
but
Vanguard,
found-
but still.
Modern Warfare to be far more enjoyable than Cold
That's the
War.
thing.
Really?
I actually do have high hopes for this one because Modern
You're
Warfare
smoking weed.
was really good, and I feel like that developer team like is probably the best COD developer team out there right now.
The 19th game they drop yearly now. This one's gonna hit different. This
No,
one's gonna
because
be the
they,
one.
you know, yeah, they do have different teams for each one. It's like
I know,
different.
it's just like it's a
That's
the
like
fact
their
that
main
it's
problem,
yearly
though,
release
is the fact
crazy.
they have so many teams.
Yeah. They just
Yeah, but
pump them out,
At least
bro.
this one's putting out good stuff, pretty consistently so far. From what it seems like, it's going to be a good game. And people were looking forward to it, and it looks like they're delivering on what people actually want. So it's a nice change of pace from like Overwatch 2. Blizzard's like a dumpster fire.
Yeah, they need to. Well, they get rid of all their terrible humans, but I mean,
That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah. A little.
Allegedly got rid of
little
them. I
bit-
don't know.
Allegedly.
Probably not.
They're a little bit in shambles, I think.
Yeah.
They're not really. I don't know. They're just a mess.
this was definitely a good comeback, though. The game is it is playable. It's just it
Let's
needs,
go.
it needs to get it needs help.
Progress.
Bare minimum. Let's go.
Honest. Yeah, that's about where we're
It
at.
just looks
This is the state of AAA
exactly the
gaming.
same as the first one, to be honest.
It
Like
does. They
I mean,
changed the graphics of characters and maps slightly. They're a little bit. They changed like
yeah,
the clothing they wear. They also added a whole new like currency system. And if you still
oh
have all
no.
your old coins, but those are called legacy coins, and then there's new coins, and you can only spend legacy coins on old skins.
Ugh.
As soon as I hear
Ugh.
coins in a game, I just like my
if you're
mind turns
making
They
off.
more than
added a
one
new
currency,
microtransaction.
it's just all over.
Yeah.
There's also an item shop in a battle pass.
Isn't
Year
Blizzard behind
2022.
Diablo as well?
Yeah.
Man, they
They
kind of
fell
screwed up
down.
some crap
They
with
did all
Diablo
of those
Immortal
games.
too.
Blizzard did every single one of those that you could think of.
Diablo Immortal was like a huge deal. People were like, the amount of money needed to get like the items in the shop was like
It was like
astronomical.
80,000. It was like 100,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
It might have
it's
been more than that.
ridiculous. It was, I think it was more than that, to buy like every item in the shop or whatever.
Yeah, it was
Like
it was
without
insane.
like if you're just gonna buy everything in the game with just your money at the start, like
It was like a lifetime
it was
supply of
thousands.
money. Like
It's just ridiculous. Like you buy like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you buy a game for like $60 or whatever the price was, and you have everything in the game. And nowadays, if you want
Yeah.
everything in the game, it's like you have to be a billionaire and just
because video games
recklessly
are a
spend.
valuable market now.
I
Well,
blame Oblivion.
they were back then too. It's
No, there's like actually a reason to invest in video games now. Back then, there really wasn't as much. Like
they're just
esports is a thing
finding,
now, and people are investing in it, and it's
yeah,
getting
with
a lot
like
more corrupt.
increasing internet culture and stuff, they're finding new ways to profit off of it, obviously. But
Yeah, they found that if they flash currency in front of 4-year-olds, they'll steal their mom's credit
Yeah,
card.
it's
and they
another
can make bank.
industry where they
Bro,
can exploit.
mobile games are a whole different story. Don't get me
They
started
are
on those.
the most
I'm not even-
intense cash grabs I've ever seen in my life.
Oh
Every
my
mobile
I'm not even
game on the
convinced they're
planet
real
has 70 versions of the same game with different developers, but they're all under the same team.
in China.
And
It'll be like one like parent company will have like 6 children come. I don't know what that's called, like sister companies or whatever. They'll all make the exact same game, change the name and the picture slightly, but everything's the same, and then they just big profit.
It's
Mhm.
crazy.
It's real sketchy, like selling data and stuff too. Like a lot of those games are just kind of they make their money by selling your data.
Yeah,
Don't-
like actually,
download mobile game.
my friend's mom that's what she works on the support team for a mobile game, to which she will not tell us what it is because
Oh.
apparently she can't.
That's
But
sketchy.
yeah,
That's
but they
wonderful.
live in Vegas. They live in a 3-story house, like 4,000 square foot house in Vegas, and she's never
Hmm.
home because she doesn't have to be, because she just works. Her life is also very
What?
different than other both. She has like 2 boyfriends and a husband. That's just,
Baller.
but she
Yo.
makes a lot of money just from being on the support team. Like people have a problem with the game, they call, and she's one of the people that answer.
Was it like Raid Shadow Legends, dude?
That's what I was thinking, bro. I was like, it's got to be
Might be.
Raid. There's no.
It's got to be something big.
She's been doing
right?
it for a while though. It's got to be part, like I'm saying, it's got to be part of one of those just the big parent companies.
Yeah, because I feel like a
Yeah.
small game wouldn't have like a literal
A support team or
non-disclosure
stuff like that.
agreement. Yeah, like you can't talk about the game and you're working support, and like it's kind of weird. But
Mhm.
mobile
Yeah.
games are, I don't know if they're salvageable at this point, but like I feel like we're kind of merging mobile games into console games at this point with like
Yeah.
some of these things.
Like, well, I think like Call of Duty made a mobile game, but they didn't make it. They just gave it to PUBG, the creators of PUBG, and made them make it.
Yeah, it's like the free to play stuff, and I don't know, just the digital currencies like with in game and all that are just kind of weird to me. It just makes it feel so stale, and it feels like you with like a single player game. I only play single player games nowadays because whenever I want to go back onto like a multiplayer game that's like even just a year old, it's like, well, what do I have to do to figure out how to get back into this competitively, you know? It's just it's becoming developed around like getting you addicted and to not stop playing or you will lose all of your progress, you know?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
COD
like
did. You had to
Halo,
stay
right.
on top of the meta, or else you just didn't win.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to play Warzone, you had to buy all the recent games to get all the better guns, and then you had to change it every day. You had to grind your guns, grind your camos, grind the attachments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and they'll do the skill-based matchmaking, but still, that's also like it's not always perfect, and also like there's a lot more to it than just that. There's like the metas and stuff like you mentioned are like also way more important than just like regular skill. There's like especially with like Fortnite or something, and you go on there and you're like, what in the world is going on? There'll be like
Yeah.
Rocket League
Feels like
cars
a
in there.
walking advertisement, bro.
Facts.
Yeah,
Go to
yeah,
Fortnite if you're looking for anything. But yeah, like every game has a battle pass now, and it's
yeah.
crazy. Every single game, pretty much, that is like at least a AAA major company game that's really getting pushed by all kinds of different social media postings and stuff like that, really hyping up the game. It's got some sort of battle pass, which
Hmm.
I mean, even games that released without a battle pass and were just like it's like still you had to pay for the game like $60 or whatever, later implemented a battle pass, so you still have to pay more money on top
Right.
of what you already purchased the game for
Yeah, but
to
it
get
is a
like more stuff.
absolutely like
Like Sea of
stellar
Thieves,
idea.
bro.
Like
It's it's one of those things where like you just like have to spend so much time figuring out what's going on. Like you'll go back to this game or whatever, and you'll just spend like 30 minutes at minimum just getting your bearings, right? And you have to look at all these pop-up ads basically of 30% off of this skin or whatever. Like it's so weird. It's so bizarre to me. It's so I just
yeah,
kind of play just single player games that have like a narrative and you can just sit down, pick it up whenever you want. Well, at least those still exist.
Yeah.
But
yeah. We'll see how long that lasts, though.
yeah, I think there's a sizable thing is there's like a sizable indie developer audience and
Yeah.
stuff like that is kind of big in its own niche, and I don't think it'll ever like truly go away, especially on
Well, I feel like it's pretty recent, honestly.
yeah, I think the indie explosion is kind of a
To
good
bust.
side effect of the internet and increasing the culture around gaming.
Uh-huh.
You'll go on Game Pass and see all these like indie games and stuff you'd never hear about 15 years ago, obviously, because you just see like the big titles that came out on the
It's
platform or
also
whatever.
easier to make games now, so.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
More people
if
with a lot more access.
hmm
Mhm.
the technology is more readily available. Um, just if you want to make like a 2D game, like those games will
People love
pop
their
off, you know?
roguelikes.
Yeah, like the throwback
They're
games
rampant.
are really big in like indie stuff. Like what was that one game? The Celeste was like this huge. It was just like a 2D side scroller, and people like it was huge. You know, that's one positive aspect I'd
That's
say about the
pretty
gaming
good.
culture. So it's not all bad,
No, I
but
think the indie stuff's good.
AAA stuff is rough right now.
Yeah, those are games
Like,
like
out of
like
indie, you get, like, Hollow Knight.
stuff
Hollow Knight.
like Roblox, like that game.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
no,
Oh,
listen, bro.
yeah.
Like everybody like trashes on
Roblox.
Roblox. That is probably the most profitable video game on the planet, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, Roblox is kind of dope to be honest.
Because you
Have you
can
seen that Walmart
in
land ad?
Roblox you can straight just get away with stealing people's money. Like if you have like this is what people do is they'll make like a game and then make throughout the game there's the little like pop-ups on the floor that you walk over, it's like if you want to buy this you need 300 Robux or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But if you literally just spam those everywhere, at some point somebody's accidentally going to hit A twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sure. That's kind of like those tycoons you'll spawn in. It's just immediate pop-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
There's
It's
so many
so
of those like
funny playing
scammy games.
Roblox, bro.
Yeah, the ones I was
Your
talking about,
money.
they'll be like parkour stuff. Where, like you have to jump to this tile, but on this tile is a
Yep.
pop up for a carpet that you have to
Yep.
buy if you want to
It is
fly.
really funny. It's like
Yeah,
a
exactly.
episode, bro.
It's so bizarre that that's like a thing that can happen
Yeah,
in like this giant. And Roblox isn't even a game. It's like a platform itself, you
it
know?
is, and like I was thinking, I was like, I would learn how to make a Roblox game just to literally spam those everywhere and accidentally make money every now and again.
What's the profit margin on that though? Because I can imagine a large part of it goes to like Roblox themselves.
Yeah, but like the fact that it's got like 300 Robux, that's like $3. So you're at least you're making $1 or something at least on just like minimum transactions. You're making like $1. But I mean, and that's with people make these games in
It's a hard
a
earned
couple
buck.
days.
Yeah.
If you make like an actually good game where like the things you buy are like worth it to those who have already completed the game and just want to mess around,
Hmm.
and they've got things where you can buy a VIP access, which means you can just come in, fly around, do whatever you want. You don't have to play the game anymore. Now you can just be like a kind of like an admin to the server.
Yep.
And you can ban people, stuff like that.
Yeah, it looks like the margin is like the creator of the item gets 30%. The seller gets
That's honestly
40%.
way more than I kind of expected.
The platform itself gets 30%. That might be completely wrong information. That's what I'm seeing pop up here.
What about mine coins?
Oh,
Creator maps in
Minecoin?
Minecraft. Yeah.
that's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to Minecraft.
Uh, one of them.
One of them.
Maybe selling to Mojang or to Microsoft in general.
Well, yeah, I think that's kind of part of it, but
Yeah.
the whole Minecoin stuff is just so weird to me. It kind of just deleted everything that's
Yeah.
made Minecraft farming to me.
Well,
If
if you just chose to ignore it.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, I just kind of have to ignore it, but like it just feels like less genuine. Like back in the day when you played Minecraft, it still, even though it was huge, obviously, it still felt like this indie game that was, really unique or what. It is unique, but it's just kind of buying into the whole product marketing of the e-store or whatever within your game.
Yeah. Does anyone want to
Tell
talk
'em.
about the fact that it takes the entire team at Mojang or whatever to make an update? It takes them like a whole year, and then modders it takes them like a day.
They
Oh
drop like
yeah,
Like one
a
guy.
2 sprite object.
Yeah,
literally.
literally, they're just pixels.
I don't get
bro.
it.
How is it so hard?
What's going on? Like legitimately, I raged about this to Evan all the time.
They don't need to.
He
They
does
literally
cry and
don't.
Rage
whine
They,
about
in
Minecraft, bro?
my ear.
they don't need to put
Well,
these updates out like
I'll
that.
get-
They could profit
He's right.
way more without it.
Yeah,
But like, what are they doing?
I feel
They're
like
doing nothing.
they
They're
could
sitting.
just
They're sitting on their yachts and they're telling their rich
Sitting on their
72
fucking
wives that
Vivian.
they make Minecraft. Like,
honestly have no
Must be.
clue what they're doing because these people are employed, right? The people who are developing are employed. What are they doing? What are they doing with their time? It
sipping martinis.
How
maybe
can
I'm
we
just
make
missing
this
out on
more
something that's happening.
diverse?
But like, it's the
Yeah,
same
there's
thing.
probably
It's the
some
same
more
thing
data
with
there.
Grand Theft Auto. Like, they
It's
don't
crazy.
like all these DLCs that come out. They've probably had these done and thought of for months before they come out. Maybe even honestly, probably years at this point.
Well, yeah.
Because they don't. They
It's
can.
so weird
They
to me
have
though.
found the margin to which they can leave out an old DLC and still profit to the max. And once that starts dipping down to a point that they're not making profit, they release a new DLC. It's perfectly timed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rockstar,
I
I can
think
kind of understand more so than Minecraft, but still.
yeah.
I
It's
mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
fair
it's the administrative people. It's not the people implementing it. It's the people that like are like running the things that are making it slow, right?
Obviously, it's not the developers,
Yeah.
like the team who's coding, but
Yeah. I'm
it's
saying it's
just
like poor
one
administrative
line per
work.
hour.
I feel like.
Do not exceed that limit.
I just feel like I'll hop onto like some kind of social media site and there'll be like every 6 months there'll be this announcement of, or even every 2 years there'll be an announcement of this new update, new big
New mob
update, and
just
it'll be
dropped.
like one mob. Yeah, like new mob that does nothing. It adds no items, by the
Literally,
way.
bro, they do nothing. Who's ever seen an LA? Nobody.
How can
What?
they
Exactly.
exactly? Like can they not code that in a single day? Like is that not a
Like
thing you
literally,
can?
it's like 5 pixels long. Like it's
You
not
They
can
that
don't
just
hard.
need to add stuff either. They don't need to add a bunch of stuff. So if
just
they
mix
would
up
I think
could,
that's
paper
also the
asset.
problem. Is that I think they also just have no clue what to do.
yeah,
How can
I think they should stop doing these tiny little implementations. And if they ever change it, make it like a large, expansive
I-
update.
Yeah, I just think they're afraid to change the game too much, so that way, because
Yeah.
people already got upset with like the caves and cliffs stuff, and like this just doesn't feel like
that's
Minecraft
that's a
anymore.
good point.
I
I
feel like
think
they're
I don't
just
think they
very
need to change
afraid
it
to
that
take
much.
like the core away from the game.
they're just letting like the players choose to do it. If they want to change it, they can just go to the modders or whatever. I don't know, but I feel like there are like legitimate things that people want added or that they aren't adding, right? There's still like I think the majority of people were happy with the cave update. Um,
Yeah.
and people are happy about the mob additions and stuff. Like people clearly want these things with how popular the mods are. I think they need to work with modders for if they are really struggling with ideas, literally just look at the mod community.
Literally.
Yeah.
But
That's
like
what
How,
they do
how
for a
ma-
lot of things. So the
yeah.
waters, like with the crawling and all that, and being able to like the lay down the swimming animations.
Mhm.
But like the thing
They
I don't
took all that
understand
stuff.
is like they have. I mean, I don't know if it's really that they don't have ideas, because like I'm sure they receive stuff from the community, whether they listen to the community and take that as advice, that's to be determined. But like there's so many things that they have showed us that they have just completely ignored, swept under the rug, like failed to deliver, like the birch forest thing, where they were gonna completely like revamp the birch forest, make it like look better and everything. That was like they had concept art for it and everything, and then it just disappeared. They never did it. And
You know
but
that's still sitting in some like asset jar, bro. Like it's
yeah,
just chilling there.
so they just added one mob and then like a couple other things, and that was the update because they didn't
Fake
have
news.
time for the birch forest.
Yeah,
And like
right.
the caves and cliffs update, like literally the past 3 updates were all supposed to be in the caves and cliff update. Like that was just supposed to be one big update, and I don't know
Yeah,
why they gave it like 50,000 additions in one update. But
because they, well, like play, like I think it's the same thing with the Rockstar. It comes down to like player time. Like if they realize that if they release this whole update immediately, there's gonna be so much that some people are just gonna be like, "Holy, this is just not Minecraft anymore," type deal.
Yeah.
Like this is a whole different game. If they release it piece by
Yeah.
piece, then people are gonna play. It's gonna be a huge spike in popularity, and it's gonna die down. The second it dies down, boom, part two.
Yeah.
yep,
Then I'd be like, "Oh wait, part two's out." Yeah, yeah, no, it's been like a couple weeks since I played.
Whoa.
I'll go. I'll play it. So, like I feel like that's the main reason for a lot of this.
yeah, you're probably right.
That's reminds
What?
me of Skyrim and their constant re-releases of stuff. I think they honestly kind of took it in a decent direction though, because instead of like updating and just completely changing stuff, they've literally implemented a mod feature, like even on console, that you can go on, and if you want to add mods, you can do it and change however you want. But they
Yeah,
just left the game untouched, basically, which is fine by me.
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of games are doing that now. I think it's pretty sick. They're just
Hmm.
adding the ability to just straight plug in mods without any third-party extension.
I think a lot of Bethesda games have done that. Hasn't I think Fallout 4 has that feature now. I don't think 76 does, obviously, but
Just let the
it's
unpaid modders do all the work for you.
well, it's you
Yeah.
could see it like that, but you could
Crazy.
also
Literally.
you could
I
They could
I
make a
think
living.
that's the best way to see it. I think it's really pathetic that they kind of just fall back on the modding community to
no,
make
no,
up
no,
for the
because
game.
the thing is, when you're that big, there's gonna be someone
It
upset
doesn't
about any
matter if
change
you
you
play
make.
people.
These are old games that
I
are
do
kind
think
of
they should like have to buy the rights from the mods instead of just literally having a. But like the thing is like
true.
they also have to like to talk to the modders as well. Like they have to have an agreement done. So maybe there is some form of pay
I think
in
there
there.
is.
I
I
feel like
think the
there has to
modders are.
be.
I think the modders are just happy to have the
No,
exposure
I'm
in
not saying
general.
that all modders are paid. I'm saying
But
like the idea of like an old game just becoming this like
no,
modding kind of
I
cesspool is
honestly
kind
think
of
it's
odd.
fine. I honestly think it's fine because they're old games that aren't a company can't keep updating a game that's like 10 years old and they're making new games, right?
Yeah, like
It's
Black
different
Ops
with
3
Minecraft
has like
where
a
that's all
modded
they're
tab
doing.
now.
Yeah, and so I think it's
Pretty
fine
sure
to
one of them
work with your
does.
community if the community wants to do its own thing.
Yeah.
The development team can't keep updating it for every new thing that and not every person who plays it wants to have all these new changes. They want to play the game as how it was. I think it's pretty cool to keep like a community thing going with the mod experience because a game like Skyrim is thriving off of mods right now.
Yeah, I was more saying like consistent re-releases that don't really aren't
The
necessitated.
re-releases are kind of goofy.
Like you don't need to do
but
that. You could just let the modern
they're-
community do its thing and then just leave the game alone.
I'm a pretty big Skyrim fan. I think as long as it gets new players to play it, that's all right.
Well, yeah, I'm
But
not
it's
saying that
still
you
weird.
can't be a Skyrim fan. I'm just saying like the release are
I
kind of
think it's
awkward.
just a testament to how ridiculously popular it was that it's still getting re-releases today.
Oh yeah, I think
But
that's true.
Mhm.
um, it's still in like the top. If you look at like most played games recently, it's still up there somehow
Really?
after all this
Crazy.
time. Like yeah, it's honestly I shouldn't even say somehow. It's not surprising with how you go on like Reddit and it's one of the bigger communities, honestly.
Don't go there,
And there's
people.
like
Don't go to that
yeah,
place.
yeah, you don't go there. But
It's
you know what I
no wonder it's big on Reddit, bro.
mean. I recently did some modding on there. I didn't do some modding.
Wait,
I
what?
downloaded some
Bro,
mods.
you just
Oh
download.
wow. Oh, so you're a
But
modder if you download other people's mods, I see.
no,
Yeah,
no, no, that's not what I meant.
I did a
Um,
bit of modification myself.
yeah,
I
no, but
tweaked the game.
there's crazy stuff, like legitimately really good stuff on there. Like there's like this whole werewolf mod or whatever that adds it just like kind of there's so many like reimagining mods in quotation marks where they like take the concept and take it in like a completely different route. So if you're someone who's like really into the werewolf thing, then you can download
You
this
can
mod.
say you just want to be a dog, bro.
No, 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 no. If just
okay,
for
So
man.
if
example, if
you
you're
really
really
like
into the
werewolves,
werewolf
you really
thing,
like
um, you can download a mod that basically makes the game centered around that, you know?
you
Mhm.
turn
I
into a
think that's
dog,
pretty cool.
anthropomorphic dog, and like
Alright,
fur.
Uh,
alright.
Yeah, I feel
You know
like
what I'm
that
saying.
is an extremely reliable way to keep a game alive within a community
Yeah.
is having a modding community. Because like that's the best way I've seen games like stay relevant. Is like not
Hmm.
through the constant updates or anything, just like having a community that likes the game and continues to make content because that's what keeps the game new. It's like you
yeah,
Yeah.
don't
I
the
do think that
developers
modded
don't have to
tab
be
should
like
be a
that
thing. Like in most
100%.
games, like just now there's a button that's like these are all the mods if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I still feel like that should be a thing on the game on all the games. If there is a modded community that's starting to pop off, I
Yeah.
think that needs to be a
Take
thing.
the wheel, take the
Yeah.
wheel.
And
Because
there's
like things
some
like
games
like
that it wouldn't work for because like COD, like I
yeah.
don't know how that would
Well,
work with
COD
mods.
has one. Like COD the Black Ops 3
Well,
is literally just a mod button.
for multiplayer?
For what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it does. I'm pretty sure it's Black Ops 3. Like, but last time I got on, it was just like there's only like 3,000
For
people
like
on or something.
zombies?
I don't feel
No,
like
there's just like a button that just says modded.
I don't
Oh.
think it works as well with multiplayer though.
Yeah, I think it's
No.
more of a single player thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
it's
have
still
a
a thing
solution
though.
for multiplayer. They're just lost.
But like games like Assetto Corsa, do you know what that is? It's like a
No,
Say
very
what?
like simulated driving game, Assetto Corsa.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
All right, well they've got like the majority of the way to play the game is through mods. Like it's kind of just like it's kind of like one of those windowed games where it's like you have your driving game and then you can have like you have to go and install from a third-party website the Assetto Corsa mod control panel, which is a little panel that pops up, and from there you can do like anything you want. But if you want new maps, you have to go find the guy who made the maps on some random sketchy website, download this 6 GB map, unzip the file, plug it into the thing, do this, do that. You have to do all of this to get mods that are a part of the game. They know are a part of the game. They just refuse to make it all simple.
That's wild.
Because the whole game basically is like preferenced around these mods and being able to play these maps. Because without it, it's literally just like it's bare
Yeah.
bones driving game.
It's kind of like if you think about it, Roblox is almost like that in a way, like where it's like the community does all the work,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and
mean
then
they just made a block
There
building
is actually
game.
like
I
an
have no
issue with
idea.
that.
I wonder if there is like what does Roblox have games that they made like in Roblox?
no, I don't think
No.
so. I
So
think
this
it's
whole
literally
game
just a
was built
platform.
off the preference. Yeah, it's just a platform. This is like the most like intense payout of a video game probably ever to exist.
Yeah, there's actually like a huge thing recently about how exploitative Roblox is, really.
Yeah.
Just they literally just profit off solely off of other people's work. Like
Yeah.
And I mean, they're Roblox games, but it is still like literally just banking off it, other people's work entirely. Like they don't put anything in.
Yeah, well, I mean, don't they do like assets and stuff though, at least?
Well, yeah, but it's like the entire like existence of the game revolves around
Yeah,
the
I get
community
that.
making stuff.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
I
So
was
it's
thinking
big
maybe
controversy.
Roblox like at first made some games. I didn't know it was just I didn't know it was like a sandbox game. That's like all it is. That just you can upload your maps. It's like Steam Workshop, but that's all it is. that's
Uh-huh. Yeah,
that's
it's
kind of
bizarre when you
insane.
think about it. I
Because
never
like
really
how did
thought
I wonder
about
how they pitched that to like people?
it.
Because
Yeah.
when did Roblox come out? Like 2011 or something?
It was before that wasn't. It might have been 2011 actually. Online
Because
game.
imagine just
Yeah,
them
they
just being
call it a game
like
platform.
Ancient game. Yeah, they gotta be real careful about what they call their game, and
2006.
for legal reasons.
really.
It
Oh,
says 2006 for Windows.
That's kind of crazy. It's been around for
Yeah.
that long, and it's like one of the most popular games
It does look like a virus when you
solely
download
because
it.
of the
So.
children. That's a good point because it's like I was saying. It's one of those like windowed games. It's not like a
Yep.
game.
Yeah,
It's a
if
platform.
everything about it feels wrong.
Yeah, right. Because you have to because it just brings you into a Google tab and then you pick your game and then it launches just that.
Yeah.
Like these people are straight up just making video games off of like it's like using like Unreal Engine. It's like they're just given the engine and everything that you make is put on the same platform.
Hmm. I wonder. That's definitely the inspiration behind Fortnite creative mode, right?
Well, that Fortnite Creative Mode started with what was it called? It's called Playground. I remember Playground, where like you
Yeah.
literally just got
Yeah.
put on the map. You could change the time or whatever. You could set like loot quality to super high, and it was just so because people were like, man, I wanted like 1v1 my friends. And so it's what you would do is you would just drop in like normally it'd just be you and your friends. You'd land on Tilted. You'd set up a little 1v1 area, find a bunch of heals and everything, get unlimited mats, like break
Yeah,
down the
yeah.
entirety of Tilted. Then you would go,
Yep.
and then the idea sparked is like, hey, why don't we just make it like where you can just kind of load into this other world and build what you want, build your own maps, because the whole game is based off of building blocks. It's not like
Yeah.
Polygon. It's not like actual buildings. It's like everything's like a breakable wall, breakable floor, stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's all
on the
pieces.
grid.
Yeah, it's all grid. There we go.
It's
Uh-huh.
on the blockchain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
It's just like they're
and
so
then that
similar
just
to Roblox
that's like
games.
probably 60, 70, 80% of the game now is creative.
Yeah, definitely. It's just you'll get like someone said it was like Roblox, but for like older kids. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Roblox is for
there. I
6-year-olds.
mean,
And
have
Fortnite
you
is for
seen people
12-year-olds.
who like? There's people who make full fledged games in creative. Like it's past the
it's
point of
impressive.
just building. They've got like certain like detectors, locators, sensors, stuff, all that stuff.
Are
And
you
it's
one of those
clunky.
kids?
No, I have no idea how any of that works.
Yeah.
I made just one map that was like a
He
Zone
has
Wars
a
map,
life.
where like this. Yeah, I made a map that was like just like the zone came in and it would kill you and stuff like that, so you could do box fights and stuff like that, and it was
Scary.
like it's just like different game modes that you could play inside of the
Zone
one
Wars.
area.
Yeah,
But-
Zone Wars is good.
That was all way over my headspace.
I remember I had a streak where I was trying to actually I don't play Fortnite like ever, but like I had a streak where I was trying to see if I could get a victory royale or whatever. But
I hate that it's called
Singular.
I was really
the
trying to
win.
get the chicken dinner. I was thinking,
The number one victory chicken dinner.
whatever, okay. But I was trying to win and
Yeah.
I just could not. I absolutely could not. It's
because you're garbage. You're garbage, dude.
the
Dude,
learning
You're not a
curve
gamer.
is just so hard. The
It is
building learning
terrible.
curve is so hard. I just don't get it.
I think building in Fortnite is like insane. I'm glad they got
That's
rid
like
of
the
that.
only like. Well, it's not complete. It's not like gone.
No, I know.
They only added that only like the no build mode because there was 7-year-olds who like to cry.
Yeah, but I
I'm
do
that
think the
7-year-old.
learning curve of it is kind of like it's not very accessible. It does. I don't
Well,
like.
I feel like that's
playing
part of the
Fortnite.
game though. That's like
No, I get
Well,
that.
it
It's
is. It
cool when
definitely
it's done
is. It's just
competitively.
it's just so toxic at some levels because there are people who like no life the game, and you just will never be able to beat those people because the amount of time you have to spend practicing like cranking 90s and stuff is
Oh my
crazy.
god.
Well,
It's
I think my
Remember
crazy.
those
opinion is
days?
more that I like the game, like the combat, and I think it's fun without the building. I don't really enjoy the building aspect of it, but when that's
I
removed,
don't
I find the
know.
combat really like
I
actually
enjoy
kind of
the
good.
the thing is I enjoy the building. It's just hard to compete, and obviously that's the nature of a competitive game, but I just feel like the skill matchmaking is not the same as it is in like COD, where like the best player in the game mode is not unbeatable, right?
I guess that just comes with like just like for me, I guess I played it since it came out, so like I
Yeah.
understand the core mechanics of the game, and I have just decent aim at most like shooting games I play, so that just kind of carries me through it. And I was
Yeah.
already good at building before like building was like noticeable before people did it, so that's kind of been like the carrying factor through me throughout the game. So I just kind of have enough skill to beat the average player.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be like it's unfair that they can build better than me,
Yeah, I
but
think it's impressive if you're a good builder.
it's I get why they're adding modes for people who can't do that because the people who've been doing it forever are just like immortal. So
Yeah, because I
Can't
think
die.
the game functions really well and it's a lot of fun without it, so it thrives in both like
Yeah, it,
realms.
it it does work really well without building. I will say, like I've had fun in the no
yeah,
build mode, but the whole time I just want to build because that's
Mm.
yeah,
that's
Yeah, I would
that's where
imagine
like
for
the
people who could.
beauty. That's where like the beauty of the game is for me. Because without it, it's just a different shooter game. It's a slightly different shooter game than most. But I
hmm
just like the building aspect. That's my main thing.
Yeah,
yeah. I guess just the point of my struggle with trying to get
Jesus
your
Christ,
the
struggle.
wins. I was trying to win all this time, and I just think
I DC'd.
I just prefer any game like Fortnite other than Fortnite because of the learning curve.
You got stuff against
And
Fortnite, bro?
no, it's just I don't know. It's something I
No, I love
can't get
Fortnite.
back into.
Fortnite's
Again, it's just
still
one of
Because
is
I
those.
love it
the most
too.
skill intensive game, to be honest. Like definitely the
Yeah,
most skill
it's
intensive
just
battle
because there's
royale is without a doubt
so many
Fortnite.
people.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you get so many people. There's gonna be people who are going to be like the peak of
Goated and throated.
performance. You have to be, and
Yeah,
yeah. So I just prefer playing a
because you're a
game
little baby
that.
boy.
No, it's I
No,
prefer a game that doesn't have such a high skill
I
barrier
agree with
to
you.
succeed. It comes down more to like baseline skills rather than like skills you have to spend your entire life grinding. Like COD, like with a COD game, it's like okay, I have my shooter game skills. I'm gonna use my shooter game skills here, and you're kind of more of on like equal playing fields than you are with Fortnite.
Yeah. I don't know with Fortnite that is kind of like what carries me is the fact that like I understand just like the simple part of building of just like what to do in scenarios, and
Hmm
besides that it's just my aim that transfers from all my games that I play. I mean, it's just I play a lot of shooter games, and so I have
Yeah.
decent aim in every game I touch like that. To the point where I just but kind of like by default. That sounds weird, but like by default, just better than the average player at aiming games. Just because I've
He's
Yeah.
played
not
so
wrong.
many of them. Yeah, well, yeah, I know exactly. Like I've played so many shooting games over the course of my life of just only being on. That's like the majority of games I play, like 80% of them. So my aim just kind of carries over like that, and so
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think that's a big part of the game too. I don't know, the combat just feels different in Fortnite than like
yeah, it's
Call of
definitely
Duty,
also the
obviously.
most different besides with the shooting aspect, also being in third person.
You play
Hmm
Valorant, right, Joseph?
Yeah, I've started playing it more as of recently.
Oh no, we've lost him.
I feel like Valorant looks kind of fun.
It is. It's also not. It's also it's very skill intensive as well.
Yeah,
It's
right.
you
It's
can't
very, very
you
skilled.
can't like you can get in and your aim will get you far, but like when you get flashed, you gotta work out something else now. Your aim's not gonna do nothing, and like recoil is a thing. So like I played CS:GO a little
hmm
bit. CS:GO was the first PC game I played, so I understood like the thought process behind how recoil works in those games like that. So I had a decent advantage at first, and I was pretty good. But now that all these new ops have come out, everybody knows how to play their operator perfectly, and I just kind
Yeah.
of don't. I'm good at aiming. I can click heads. I can do stuff like that, but I have to kind of relearn how to play these specific characters, and I've
It's a
learned it pretty
very
fast.
teamwork based game.
Very, very like
You have to communicate.
and like
I think.
certain players work better with other players, and some are better to work alone, and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
That's the thing. I feel like games like that, like Rainbow, and Overwatch, those also have like their own ridiculous skill barrier.
Overwatch is also like that. If you have one player on your team who just isn't good,
Yeah.
you've lost. There's no question about it. Especially now, it's even more so like that. With
Yeah,
the fact
I
because it went
guess.
from 6v6,
Yeah.
so like 2 tanks, 2 DPS, 2 healers. Now it's 1 tank, 2 DPS, 2 healers.
I guess I wouldn't. Yeah. I guess I wouldn't say that Fortnite is exclusive in the skill barrier. I'm not gonna like isolate it out. I guess it goes back to the thing like I was saying at the near the beginning of the podcast where there it seems like there's so many games that like alienate like casual players. You have
Yeah.
to be like this competitive gamer god to do anything worthwhile in the game. It
You
feels
have to
like.
live in your mom's basement, eating Doritos all
That's
Well,
day.
esports are big now.
I just don't
esports.
like. I just don't
Yeah.
have time to game like
Yeah, they're
that.
massive.
You know.
That's also like the other big problem is with the like the casual playlist is not casual. Like
Mhm.
because of the
Yeah.
fact that casual playlists have skill based matchmaking, which does not make sense. If you are going to play casual, you should be playing casual with just people who also selected casual at the same time as you.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you add skill based matchmaking to casual, when you get good, it's literally just a
It's
second
no
ranked
longer
mode.
casual, yeah.
It's just a second ranked mode, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's intentional. I think it's fine to have a competitive game, but I also think it's intentional that games are tending towards like alienating casual players because it's more profitable to have someone who's playing your game 24/7.
Yeah.
So, which is I get it.
Grind
As a company,
culture.
it makes sense. I would do that too, but
You
but
As a
don't
gamer
have to do it.
I think it
myself.
sucks that
I
you can't
wouldn't
make.
do it.
I think it sucks that people aren't working on games that casual players enjoy as well. I mean, people are,
It's
but
just
I
a
mean, they
single player
aren't.
sport.
Triple A games aren't doing that.
You got
It's either that
safety.
or some like grindy 500-hour RPG like Assassin's Creed, where you have to just grind a bunch of Radiant quests until you get the max points to do whatever boss,
Yuck.
and then they're also implementing microtransactions into that somehow. So it's
RPGs
ruining
are
the
falling
flavor.
apart. We've discovered the world
I
is
wouldn't say
ending
that.
today, boys.
I wouldn't say that. I
I
just
think
think gaming in
a lot of
particular is
RPGs,
weird.
unfortunately, are very miserable.
Yeah,
I,
fair point, fair take.
Very like
Okay,
grindy.
to get into that
Based.
discussion.
We've
Uh,
had this discussion now. I
yeah,
was furious.
yeah, you were so weirdly furious about it because every triple A game is super
Justifiably, I would
grindy.
say.
It's not an RPG thing.
Yeah, I guess you're right that it's more of a general thing that I don't like, not just exclusive to RPGs.
Yeah,
I hate like overly grindy stuff where it's not like rewarding grindy. It's just like tedious
yeah, yeah. I don't want
mobile
gaming
game
to be my
grindy.
second job. This when gaming was fun.
Yeah, you really do sound like a whining, moaning old person.
Got him.
I am justified in this. I will not back down. All these triple A games are really giving me back pain. You know what I'm saying?
Old decrepit man.
Whoa.
Yeah, really grinding my gears.
Grind your what?
Give you back pain and you're grinding.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a
What
legend.
a guy.
So, yeah, we really went into gaming, didn't we?
Yeah, we kind of did.
You solved it, guys. We figured it out.
They're kind of like
We didn't even
lukewarm
touch
takes. Like
esports.
no one's gonna be surprised by these takes. It's just kind of the general air of
Yeah.
gaming.
Yeah.
But
We need more topics like Ronald Reagan and Send in
Yeah, we need
reviews.
more hot takes. We're just like, yeah, gaming is kind of not
Gaming is
great nowadays.
crazy.
Everyone is saying that, but
Yeah. We need
Movies
some
oh,
real
are
banger
whack.
topics. Oh my.
oh, you're talking about how AAA games suck. Wow, that's so riveting.
Yeah.
Let's just go in on some really hot topics, guys. What's a really hot take someone's had this week?
Mm,
Uh,
all right, I got one. Listen,
Alright.
I've been in
Oh
argument with
boy.
this for 3 days now.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Alrighty.
no.
All right, so when somebody says like a couple, a few, some, do you guys put a number behind that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
100%.
okay.
Yes.
What do you
So
mean?
so if somebody was like, yeah, I got a couple things I need you to do, what do you think in your brain? How many things I need you to do?
Wait, actually, I don't.
You s-
I just
you
realized I'm
100
inconsistent.
100% say two.
No,
If
when I
if
say a
somebody
couple,
says I got a
don't.
couple, exactly. When I say I need a couple things to get done, I do not mean two. I mean
You're right.
I
Yeah.
need generally more than one things need to be done
But like, why
Here's
wouldn't you
what
say a few?
because it's
when
the
I
first word that came
think
out
of
of my
couple,
mouth.
I
Mm,
think of two, but when I say a couple, I don't
It
mean
just kind of
two.
means more.
Exactly,
It means
exactly.
more
This
around two, not literally two, right?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So
yeah,
when
I
I
guess
like
that's
when I
true.
say a few, some, a couple, I don't mean that because those have exact definitions behind them. All of those
Yeah,
words have
there's
an
like two,
exact
three, and
number,
four, right?
something like that, and then like several is like seven and up or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like
Mhm.
all these words have exact definitions. I've only met two people my entire life, and it's people I've been arguing with that have been like going back and forth because like I need a couple things. I need, yeah, a couple of these things, and like which two? I'm like, no, there's like six. And they're like, that's not what a couple means, and I'm like, we're not starting this.
Those are the same people who are like count your seconds when you say you'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, that's
Still
But
start
yeah.
the
Like
timer,
you
dude.
can hang yourself tonight.
Yeah,
All right, I started the
has
timer,
been,
guys.
been a bunch of
Circuit
stuff
makes it
like
back in
that.
time.
Yeah.
So everyone
Dude.
because when he says a couple, he means two. And then I brought up the argument.
Three.
I was like, well, when three people are in a relationship, why do they call themselves a couple?
They do?
Wait, do they?
They do.
I'm not educated
If
on this.
I don't
exactly.
believe
Yeah,
that.
I honestly
No,
don't
well,
know.
and then he said no, they call themselves a thruple. I said there was
No, they
no way
don't.
in hell that they call
Neither of those
themselves
things
a
are true.
thruple.
They
I
don't.
said there
They just have multiple partners. It's polyamorous, I think, right?
no, I've heard that like I've seen like videos of like three people like them talking like about like this is kind of weird. You know, you all three are dating. It's like yeah, we're all a couple. And then
That's
like
crazy. I
that's
feel like
just
they're
that
just stupid if they say that.
it could be, but it's more or less the fact that it happened. Is
I
That's
what I'm
just
like
not
it.
how
saying.
I
numbers
like it.
work.
Dude, how do we feel about polyamorous relationships?
I literally
Fucking hot
don't care.
topics,
I
Do
right?
really, I
whatever
really
Let's
you
don't.
go with
want.
the
If
I
you're
don't care.
terminology
down with
first.
that, you could be down with that. That's
I think
you
the
know,
people
fair
who are
enough.
getting super upset over it are like wasting their flipping breath and time. Like, why are you? It doesn't matter.
there's
Just
a lot
like
of things like that where like nowadays like the whole like yeah like the whole like being gay and all that. It's like I don't care. Just don't touch me.
yeah,
You know
you're
what I'm saying?
wasting your time concerning yourselves over that. It doesn't flipping matter.
Yeah.
Now these are the
a
hard-hitting
lot of things like
topics.
that.
We're
Yeah, for real,
so
man.
like mediocre. Like we don't go in
Well,
on anything. We're just like
Wait, no, I believe this fully. If
that's
so many
fine.
people are upset over
I think we
polyamorous
do.
relationships, then it
I think
doesn't
it's a
matter.
good thing to be normal. And nowadays everything is so radical in like your
I'm
opinions that
radical.
like you'll go on
Which
Twitter
side?
and people will
Make it
take
Middle,
clear
like
up,
now.
down, left, right.
people will take like
Left.
the far end of all opinions. I think it's fine to have these like normal people opinions.
Well, it's also the fact that like normal people are getting alienated and are
Yeah.
being told they're wrong. Like
People
that's
like
also a big
regular
problem.
people.
Yeah, regular people are just who just live life like the normal way. Also, like I don't even think you could say that. I don't think you could say like it's being normal anymore. When in
Yeah.
technicality, like
And it's not normal.
that's kind of what it is though. Like all like these like the simplistic lifestyle, I guess, is what it is now. It's just like if you don't think that all these should be like openly welcomed into your life, which you don't have to welcome it, but you can't stop it.
Yeah.
It's kind of the thing. It's like you like I don't care if you agree with it or not. Like there's some things I don't. There's some things I don't care about. Like and I also am not going to go around if somebody is doing one of these things I don't agree with. I'm not going to get up in their face and tell them that they're wrong.
Yeah.
That's just not how you do that.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
So
fair
you
enough.
just leave it alone. You don't get in their life, and hopefully they won't get in yours. If they get in your face, then that's the problem.
Yeah.
Then
Um
they're in the wrong. But that's where it is. It's like you can't get in their face and they can't get in yours, but both happen.
we gotta renormalize being a normal grass touching human.
Yeah.
Facts.
Even the phrase touch grass is basically just like an internet term. So like
Yeah, wait.
it's kind of
Right.
like people who are not touching grass have created the term touch grass. Crazy.
Dang, bro,
Wow.
that's deep.
some
it,
insightful
it
stuff
is when
right
you
there.
think about it. When you think about it though, like really
Wow.
think, crazy.
I can't really do that. I'm
Yeah,
chasing a
okay.
deer right now.
Yeah, I don't want to be ableist, but um,
What?
if you can't think, it's fine.
If you can't think, it's fine.
Explain.
Thanks.
I'm bringing in a deer to Utah.
Awesome.
Oh, he turned.
Darn.
He's coming back. Here he is.
We're eating
What's
good
going
meat.
on?
He's at the chicken
We're,
farm
we're
now.
finding
He
a
just went
deer.
through the wall.
Hey, get him out of the
Uh,
chickens.
I'm trying.
Farming
Farming.
on the pod.
Yeah, we're farming on the pod.
I'm out here grinding actually.
Can't believe this. Is
On
this
that whole
legal?
field.
Oh, it's so legal. Just fed the chickens. They're so happy.
No
Dude, I
flipping
don't low
way.
key. I want to be a farmer, like in real life. That'd be so nice.
It's
Like in
great.
real
It's
life?
it's honestly great.
Yeah,
It'd be a
we're
great
speaking
life.
with an experienced farmer here. How is the farming life,
Yeah,
Experienced
give us
farmer.
the rundown.
Sir Joseph?
Well, it's actually terrible. I lied.
Oh.
It's the
Wow.
most painstaking thing I've ever done in my life.
Man, he
No,
really
I don't know.
just lied to us.
I don't know. It's fun. I obviously haven't done everything. I've just been out there. I've helped. I know. I've
Yeah.
seen. I've endured. But when my grandparents farmed a bunch of just hay, and they've had a lot of cattle, a lot of hay. My dad drove the stacking wagon. I ran around with my grandpa, kind of did whatever I wanted to, kind of deal, because I was young. But I've done all the stuff in terms of just hay baling, which is that it's honestly super fun. And when you're doing that, like I like driving in the tractor. You know, you pick up. You're terrifying. Scoop up all the hay, make the bale, drop the bale. Then my dad would come in behind it with the stacking wagon, scoop it up, and it would put them all like into like the back of the bed of the truck. And it's just cool to watch it all happen when it's like very uniform.
Yeah.
But it felt like every single time there was always something super bad
It
that would
seems like
happen. It's like every time there was either some giant pothole or in the ground. Like, I don't know if it's called pothole on that, but there was always a giant hole or something, a rock, a bale with thorns in it, and just all these things that would always go wrong. Or a storm would come in, lightning would strike 10 feet away from us.
Wow.
It was always something like that that would happen. And I feel like that made it so much more fun.
I bet
I
it
think
did.
it's like it's definitely hard work. I'm not gonna say it's an easy life, obviously, but it
Tell
seems
'em.
like a fulfilling life.
Yeah. You can
And
make
that's
a
the
lot of money, but it's not like it's nothing like it's like I can just be a farmer and just
Oh,
easy
yeah.
money. It's
Yeah. If
It's-
you're making
you
your
definitely gotta work.
livelihood,
You're
Man.
definitely working
with
harder
some-
than what the money
something
you're
you're
making
producing.
is.
Yeah,
if like
definitely.
you're living off your own production, like I feel like that'd be pretty fulfilling.
Yeah. Also, yeah, but that's gotta be
I want to be
super
plugged
stressful.
into
Like
the mainframe.
I wasn't doing it as like obviously I was just helping when I could help. But like I wish I was still doing it now. But like that's something me and my dad have talked about. Like I'm in kind of like the position where my grandparents have a lot of that farm equipment and stuff like that, and they don't farm anymore. They sold like their a lot some of their big buildings and stuff because they have out in where I live out in this one area. It's kind of secluded to itself, but they own most of the farmland out there, and they do most of the farming on it, or have sold it to other people to then do the farming. But a lot of that stuff is going to still be in their name. I mean, my dad were talking about maybe when I get older, that's something I pick back up and start doing again, just because I'm in a position where I can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
family
I
business.
definitely take the opportunity. I mean, if you can get that thing and you have your thing you do, I feel like that's like just really nice
Yeah, because it's either going to
nowadays.
be that, or I'm going to go into like remodeling, construction, or just something to do in the car business. Because those are just all the three things that I'm like interested in, which is
Yeah.
kind of like polar opposites. I feel like of everything. I
Yeah.
can either go work
Yeah.
under cars, I can go build houses, or I can go work on a farm. Which all things I've gotten offers to do and have no correlation to my current job.
All don't sound that bad.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It just seems nice to have like a job secured like that.
Yeah,
Like
because you
job
can't really
security
lose your
is
job as a
not an easy thing
farmer.
nowadays. Yeah, your life like is
Unless
the
you really screw
job.
up.
Yeah, I mean you
Yeah,
could
unless
really
the helper or
Well,
something.
have.
climate big, like I guess like the weather too, right? That could
Yeah,
mess
Yeah,
you
weather
up.
was
depending
a
on the
big deal as
weather.
well.
Like what was that movie? With the space movie. The
What were you saying?
shoot,
Interstellar,
we
bro?
watched movie night, Ty.
Interstellar.
Interstellar, yeah, and they had like the whole Dust Bowl thing that was going on.
Yeah, they
Good
didn't really
movie.
expound on that very much, to be honest.
No, I think it was intentionally left very vague.
I was looking
Yeah,
into the whole apocalypse thing. I was kind of wondering about that.
yeah.
It's like, what's going
It,
on Earth?
I think it was honestly kind of interesting to not really know what's happening, but
Hmm.
you're just like thrown into because like the people there aren't going to have like the whole thing explained to them. If you're living in that time, like that's just how it's going to be. I think it was nice
Yeah,
that you're thrown in and like this is just how it is, and I don't know. It kind of give you a lot to think about.
it's a
But
lot more personal. I
Yeah.
feel
but
like.
you know, interstellar dust bowl scenario could always happen if you're a farmer, so it's something to be aware of.
You could be an
Uh,
interstellar, so
Yeah.
watch out.
yeah,
You
You
could
could
be
be
the
Interstellar 3,
Interstellar.
2, maybe 1.
Just make sure not to leave your
yeah,
daughter, man.
yeah. Number one
That was a whack movie. That
moral.
was crazy.
I
It's a
understood Inception so much more
pretty good
than
movie.
Interstellar, bro.
Interstellar kind of
Yeah,
was like crazy at the end there.
Interstellar was great though.
It was whack.
It was
I really enjoyed it though.
great, but it was weird.
I did not understand it. Besides, like, the
Yeah,
major point of him being in the bookshelf. No spoilers, but, you know, like,
that
that's,
was
Yeah,
whack.
that's
That
kind of all
was.
I understood about it.
I did not expect much of what happened in that movie to happen. It was very surprising. So like,
I just liked it when he docked spaceship. That was cool.
yeah,
yeah, it was wild.
The house
Those
was
were-
I wonder
shaking
if
from all the bass, bro.
dude, the bass.
yeah,
I don't. That's like dangerous for you.
yeah. So
That's
basically,
like going to a Swans concert. Oh,
we were watching the movie with like this rigged up sound system where the bass was so loud that anytime it would be like the spaceship scenes and the bass would just pick that up for some reason and like the entire house would just
dude, dialogue.
rumble.
You could
Like you
hear the
couldn't hear
windows,
anything.
like,
It would
rattling.
just be bass. It would just be it was
It was
Exactly
it was
like
like
that.
dangerously loud.
And
it
we're
was
like,
it
oh,
was
it's fine.
wild.
Eh,
Nah, yeah,
it'll be
we can hear the
fine.
dialogue. It's fine.
Why
It'll
are
just be
saying,
people
I don't
talking
know.
with
Stuff's blowing up.
forgotten about that. Yeah, that was a good movie though. Are there any like movies that like really based on farm like Star Wars technically?
Yeah, Star Wars took place on a farm.
There's a lot of
You're right.
farming characters in big movies when you think about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
what's another one? Thanos.
Yeah, man.
Endgame on a farm.
Yeah,
Good point. Good point.
that's wild. He that's basically where Thanos is basically where we all are like mentally right now. Like we just want to
Wait, what?
escape from the farm, right?
I'm not, by the
Or
way.
escape
That's
to the
Speak for
farm.
yourself, man.
Escape to the farm.
I don't
Escape
want to
to the
escape to the
Not
farm.
not the genocide part. Not the
Well,
not the
well,
genocide.
that's
I
kind
don't
of
want
where
to do
I
that
was,
either.
but
That yeah.
If that's what farming leads you
Maybe
to,
I am
I don't
actually.
know.
Never mind.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Joseph,
Yeah,
you might
okay,
be Thanos.
His avatar's purple right
10
now.
reasons to why you might be Thanos.
Thanos
You
test.
want to kill a large group
That's
of
you know what
people.
sucks is all the people who are like, you know, I just really agree with Thanos here. It's so easy to make that argument. Like it's just I feel like every big movie, the moral is just people suck and you should suffer for it.
For
Like
real,
Age of
bro.
Ultron was exactly like that. I hate it. It's so like misanthropic. It's just everything's just humanity's awful.
Yeah,
And
it's like
instead
that
of just
AI.
instead of
I
meaningfully
like it.
critique that, it's just like here's a robot that's going to murder all of us because of it. It's just
Yeah.
Mm.
Like that AI, they did it. They like made like survey like 1,000 people or something, and then when it was done, it was racist and sexist.
Wow,
Wow.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It hated women and it
Double
yep.
whammy.
Yeah, that's
And everybody was
Ultron.
very upset about that. Then they were like, hey, we can't control you guys. Like this is your fault.
There's the what was I think Multiverse of Madness even had that in it too. Where I just feel like every Disney movie
I'm
makes
sure it
that
did.
point.
Yep.
Every big movie
Well,
is.
there's like a narrative behind
Tell
every
them
movie
less.
now. There's
You
some
see what
type of
we're
narrative.
literally.
I feel like it's
We
sus.
went
Like
back
it's
to
all sus.
criticizing AAA things
Well,
again.
because
they
everything
deserve
is so, everything. Yeah, we deserve to relentlessly critique these giant company
I agree.
narrative pushing weird. It's
Tell
dystopian.
them.
That
It
care
is kind of
They
nothing
weird though
about
deserve
that
it.
what
you
we
have to
think.
watch a movie and then like you're watching and you're like, oh, that's the narrative of this movie. It's just some weird
It's that.
like
Yeah,
some
it's not the
weird
giant
thing that
company that
like
sucks. It's us. It's
People
all
are
of us.
yeah,
terrible. That's the
it's
thing.
so
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this movie, it's about space, but it's also about women's rights. Crazy how that's a thing. It's like, oh,
Wow.
this movie's about building buildings, but that guy's racist. It's kind of
You know,
that's
he
kind
has
of
a point.
Dude,
yeah,
dude,
I do
that
have a
guy.
point. You can't. Is it
Don't be
that's
racist.
kind
He's
of
a
or
builder.
everything it goes.
Look,
Yeah.
okay, so I think having like an underlying message is like in all pieces of art,
Bro,
but
yeah.
but
Just
I
figure this
think
out.
I think the messages that they've been putting out have been super shallow and super like they just suck.
Well,
Like
Obvious.
it's the fact that like they feel like they have to throw it in there randomly. It's like you'll be
yeah, it's
watching a
a
movie
shoe.
that has no
It's
correlation to it, and then all of a sudden you have this
yeah.
sidebar where it's like, by the way, this character's sexist and he has to talk to a woman all day.
Well,
It's
yeah.
it's
It's like the movie isn't
Every movie
when an
has a
art is
portal.
when an art is making a message, the art is developed so that the message makes sense. But like I feel like with all these big movies, it's just like they have to get up on their high horse and tell us all how to do stuff.
Dang, bro, that's crazy.
It's I don't know. This is gonna be a hot take, but I feel like recycling is a scam.
oh,
That's
Now,
just
these
I
are the
want to know
takes I
about this
like.
one.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious.
I
This
think
has
you're
some
just
So
bro
saying that because
energy
you're
right now.
lazy.
no, not lazy. Look, okay, it's look. I think it's
You're
fine
really
to
gonna
recycle.
try and flip independent.
Yes, I'm going
Alright.
because okay, if you really look into the recycling stuff, not like a large part of it doesn't even get recycled, and it's just like almost worse for the environment. Really look into that. Like a large part of it just ends up in landfills anyway, or like this what they say they're gonna do with it is not what they
Yeah,
do
that's
with it.
right. They are pretty
That's
dishonest.
fair. That's
But
But
fair.
but the main thing is the whole thing with in schools and stuff. Um, is that like the whole message is like, yeah, just recycle and just it's your fault that this is happening.
It's
It's an
your
individual
fault.
issue.
yeah, it is not the individual that's causing the issue.
Yeah, and then
It's
It's the
if there's an
corporation.
issue, it's not because I didn't put my water bottle in the recycling bin. I just feel like it's a cop out for governments and corporations to keep doing whatever they want to do while telling us what we need to do.
Yep. This is
It's
why
just
plastic
this.
straws are the way to go.
That's why I purposely choose plastic straws.
because fuck them turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
How did that become a thing? So some like white girl saw two turtles dying, and then the world was ending.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like legit statistics on how many turtles actually die from that.
'Cause I guarantee it was the
endangered or no?
normal amount of turtles.
I feel like it's more like the fishing and
I don't-
stuff that probably does
I
does
don't
them
think
in.
turtles are endangered. No, it's not
It depends on the
They're not
type. I think.
thriving, but I don't know.
They're not
They're
having a
not like
great
a
time. but
thriving species.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
True.
holding their own. Yeah. Well,
I think
I'm
it partly
pretty
has
sure.
to do with
okay. So I
pretty
typed
sure
in
they
"Are
are.
turtles endangered?" and all it says is they're not extinct. So that's nice.
Oh,
In case you didn't
well, I
know.
mean,
Dang,
I've
bro, I didn't realize that.
wow.
Thanks for
That's
letting me know.
So
Turtles aren't extinct.
Keep it up, turtles.
loggerhead and hawksbill turtles are practically
Hawksbills?
vulnerable. Nearly all species of sea turtles are classified as endangered.
Yeah.
Oh,
They are killed for
I
their
know there's a
eggs,
whole
meat,
bunch of
skin, and
programs
shells. They
that-
also face habitat destruction.
Yeah, they go into
poor
people like
guys.
making sure the turtles survive the D-Day assault and make it to the ocean.
Yeah.
Bro, a turtle's life is honestly the most like terrifying thing ever, bro. Imagine your mom, like she buries you in the sand, not close to the water at all, just somewhere far back, so that way when you're born, it is just a race for survival of only the fittest survive.
Yep.
And
Dang.
you were just born. I want to put that you were just you just came into this life. The first light you see is being blocked out by a seagull who wants to eat you.
Weed out the
Honestly,
weak.
there's
I like it.
kind of something that's been on my mind recently is like
What?
The
what
turtle's dying.
with like the implications of like evolution stuff and like weeding out the weak.
Cold, I heard.
How does this apply with like modern day Medicare where we're like defying that, right? Like what's
If you're
gonna
sick,
happen?
that's a rip.
Yeah, like
It's already happening, bro. Have you seen the cognitive state of the current population?
well, yeah, I feel like there's I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation where I don't think our science on like evolutionary like adaptation and like the whole Darwinism stuff is conflicting with the humanitarian side of stuff. And I'm sure there's something to reconcile it, but I don't know. It's just something I don't really have a solution to in my mind, but one that I think about. It's kind of scary, especially as someone who's diabetic, right? Like I have type 1 diabetes, and it's like, if I lived like 100 years ago, I don't know if I'd be alive. Um, and but like,
You would be dead.
diabetes is not like a severe thing, but when you think of like really severe stuff, that's like
Pretty severe.
it's pretty severe. But like if you think on a level of like other stuff that's being passed down that would have usually been weeded out, I wonder how that's going to affect the population overall.
Yeah.
Because type 1's not entirely genetic, but I don't. No one knows what causes it. But it was just like an example of like a disease that you would have died from because we didn't have the treatment for it. Um,
Also, doctors are scams. I just want to put that out there because I have
oh
spent
wow,
like
wow.
$400 to go to the doctor for them to tell me they don't know.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
true.
that's how it be.
Like, also, I went to the dentist. Did the same thing. I've got like teeth problems. Like, my teeth are very white. They're weirdly straight. Is what I've been told my whole life. Is I have very nice teeth and nobody knows why.
That's just you, very white and weirdly straight.
Oh, okay, it makes
Yeah.
sense though. But okay, yeah, but yeah, my teeth are nice apparently. So, and I go to but I've been having like teeth problems, like I can't eat food. Like I can't eat anything with sugar in it. Just
Oh.
absolutely murders my teeth. But I have zero cavities. Went to the dentist. They told me they were like, okay, well, let's see if you have any cavities. And they checked, like, yeah, you don't have anything. Your wisdom teeth are, doing what they should be doing. All this stuff. So we don't know. That'll be $400.
Oh, so it was the
Yeah,
dentist
they
that
can't just
scammed
That
do
you.
was
that.
that
That's
was the
crazy.
dentist, but I also went to the doctor for I had like a lumps that were appearing on my neck.
Oh,
Yo,
And so that was
I had a
definitely a
bulge.
thing.
Didn't know what it was.
So
my pants
there was
get
some lumps
bigger.
coming up
Got it
on my neck,
removed.
and they were like decent sized lumps, like pretty
Ooh,
big
yeah.
and like visible too. And so I was like, that's
Mm.
kind of a deal. And went to the doctor, and he was like, you got smallpox or something? I was like, no. And he's like, well, that's the only cause of it. I don't know. He's like, it's either I was like, sick. He's like, that'd be $200. Like, all right. Like I've gone to the doctor so many times, especially for like the migraines I have, all this stuff, and they tell me every time it's because you're skinny. It's like the being skinny part's not my fault. I consume food like no other human on this planet, dog.
Bunch of
So, yeah.
quacks.
This is a diss track episode for everything.
I
apparently.
know, bro. We need
Honest.
some positivity in here.
But like going to like doctors and stuff. Like I'm tired of going just for them to be like, yeah, we don't know. Now give me your money. It's and then telling me that it's my fault for like the fact that I'm skinny. Like I eat a bunch. Like I can't. I've tried to gain weight, and like it's just a thing in my family, I guess, where it's just like we
Yeah.
all are cursed with being super skinny. And like I eat like, but the intake I need of calories a day to like gain weight and a bunch of other stuff. Like I tried doing like the whole like perfect diet thing of everything I needed to do. I had people helping me do it. Literally did not gain any weight over the course of like months.
Hmm.
Just nothing changed, and then doctor said that's what was gonna work. Dr. Lee told me he straight up said you need to eat peanut butter. And that's literally I eat peanut butter sandwiches on a daily basis. Daily basis. You think I'm just gonna sit there and eat the whole like cup a day? Is that what I gotta do?
Yep, that's what you gotta do.
Apparently. But yeah, I went there for like I was like passing out randomly from like nerves in my knee would like make me almost pass out.
Bro.
Like I literally like I hit like my part of my knee on like a desk or something. Like they'll have iron deficiency.
No.
It's another thing. Okay, but have you heard people talk about that?
Yes.
Yes.
It's like where you literally just kind of like black out for a second.
Yeah.
And you
Right.
fall over. So that's what was happening. Like my knee would get hit in this spot. My vision would like pixel away, and I would go. My whole body would go completely pale.
Homie's sleeping in class.
Exactly.
Wake 'em
So
up.
so this like I didn't even know I was super pale. I just felt weird. I kind of was walking out of my class, and I kind of looked at my teacher. I was like, I really don't feel right. And she's like, you are so pale. Go to the nurse now.
You're
And then-
really white, bro.
Yeah.
You need to fix
exactly.
that.
He's like,
Get outta here.
you need to go outside, my guy. Yeah. Went to the doctor, and he was like, well, it looks like you're skinny, and I was like, yeah, no shit, like, like this has nothing to do with what I'm telling you right now.
Wow, just
And then
roasting you.
it literally pissed me off so much, and he was like, no, it has nothing to do with your knee. You're just thinking of that. I literally went home and I forcibly hit my knee on a pool table as hard as I could. The same thing happened.
What?
I went home, did the same thing. The same thing happened. I was like, yes, because I am skinny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're white.
Yeah, and I'm white.
Ratioed.
It's just stuff like that where it's like they just
America
I feel like
2050.
they just think that they're so much smarter. And it's like I've proven a point as to why it's happening, told you why, gave you the reasoning. It happens when this thing happens, and you completely disregard it because you don't feel like looking into it.
And I think it's
Wow.
really
Doctors
funny
can be whack.
because our sister's like a nurse, and she like just said that, yeah, we basically Google symptoms all the time, and
Oh my
like,
god.
why can't we just do that? Apparently, it's wrong if we self-diagnose, but they'll just go and Google symptoms anyway.
Yeah.
Mm. Shameful.
Yeah. Not
Yo,
to be like anti-doctor, but like at the same time, maybe we should not put them above us, like on this pedestal of
the doctors can
authority.
be pretty crappy people.
Yeah.
Like,
I've never,
beyond the
I've never met
qualification.
more like I'm better than you type person than a doctor before.
Yeah. I mean, they go through all these years of medical school and stuff, which yeah, there are good doctors who are like perform well and are great people, but like also there's some people who go through medical school and they're like the bottom of their class and like they don't really go anywhere and they're just kind of like salty at the world because they're not doing anything really meaningful to them. You know, there's a lot of angry people. And we're just really going for the throats of everybody
I
today.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yo,
we're
is this
picking
pod wrapping
fights.
up? It's been a while. Are we ending?
Yeah, how long are we at right now?
We're on the
Try to
kill
get a bounce
stream.
here
Man.
now.
On how long?
146.
146.
Probably
Wow.
like
That's
cap
pretty
it.
good.
Yeah.
Are
Well,
we done slandering
Yeah.
the world?
I mean, maybe.
We gotta save some slander for next time.
Facts.
Yeah.
But we also need
We
to
have-
figure out who the guy is.
Oh, who's the
guy.
guy?
Maybe tie the guy.
Am I the
Tie
guy?
the guy? Tie the guy.
I don't know.
Just
You ever
because
been-
it's
Ty,
in
Ty really
the
has guy vibes.
Actually,
Just
no.
because it's in the front of
What?
the title doesn't mean it's better.
No,
No.
no.
Guest
it's-
is weird.
So I think Wes gets guest.
Yeah. 'cause
Wow.
he's
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah,
I really don't like him.
I would like to bestow the bro above myself.
Above yourself?
Who is above you?
Nope, that is me. I'm putting it on my head.
No, you put it
Oh,
above
you're a
yourself.
bro.
I'm bro.
I don't think
I think
you can
I'm a
self
guy.
bro.
I'm not gonna
No,
lie. I think I'm
you
a
and
singular
Jake both
dude.
self broed. I don't want to hear it.
Well, it was a mutual broing. You
I
can't
think
bro
Kai and
yourself.
Joseph are more
Mutual
bros.
broing.
Dang.
I
what-
feel like a guy.
Wait a minute.
It's settled.
What's the
I'm sure about that.
justification?
It's
What's the
settled.
justification behind me being a guest?
Because, I
Because
feel
you're
like
just are,
weird
bro.
and nobody cares. Stop
Wow.
talking.
Look, I'm fine.
We already
I'll
decided what you
accept
were.
My
You
fate,
know, I'm
but-
feeling some pent-up guest energy from last time. I don't
Yeah,
know. It could be
it's-
up for debate.
I'm a guy.
I mean, guy. I feel like guy is self-diagnosable.
Possibly.
Totally guy energy this episode. Such big.
Evan
need.
does kind of have guy energy. I'm not gonna lie.
I guess.
Wow. Look,
Yeah,
that's
you're
the
a
thing.
guest.
I've taken a lot of initiative in the topics this week.
But you're weird.
That makes I am weird, but
Good.
I will not face this discrimination.
Ty and Joseph are the bros.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
For that, you're
Dude.
the guy.
Yeah,
Oh.
thank you for bestowing this upon us.
Yes.
You would
Yes,
be,
the guest.
Man, you're just rubbing it in.
Weirdo.
in case you guys
This
don't
is
know,
like
Wes
the
is
guy
weird.
that we all
By the way, he's the
make fun of.
guest.
Weird.
Featuring Wes the guest.
Literally, whoever
Anyway,
gets put the guest
thanks.
label first gets no no opinion on anybody else. Like they're
Yep,
just done
Yeah.
completely muted. the rest
Thanks
of the
for
podcast.
watching, folks.
Yeah,
The
thanks
Two
for
Bros,
watching.
One Guy, One Guest podcast, episode
Mhm,
2.
for. Thanks for
If you
viewing.
can say that full word.
See you next time.
Dude,
Yeah.
shut up.
Oh.